Yo, 1212, what it do? What's good? 94 feet of life, and we are clean on the scene. Do you see the gear that is being rocked right now? What are you waiting on? Go get your ball you gear. Don't get your hungry, humble hustle gear. We are about to get it in. This is draft night. We've been waiting for this for like a week. We have a great show prepared for you guys today. If you have time, you could join on and chop it up with us for 1 or 2 minutes. All you got to do is just jump on the scene, state your name and your team, and we're going to go from there. So let me go ahead and move this ball around because it's going to be a lot going on right now. We're going to start with Germ So True because guess what? He already had breaking news and we just started this thing. Germ, tell him what it do.
Hey man, what's going on, y'all? So we're gonna be working the whole thing tonight, the whole bag. We doing this the scene style. So y'all on the scene. Y'all ain't nowhere else. We on the scene. Make sure y'all check us out. Stay with us. We gonna have some fun. We gonna make some laughs. Of course, breaking news right quick right now. The Bogdanovich that was the traded the other night, that was traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. We're trying to work out a sign and trade. Well,
Hmm.
unfortunately, the sign and trade didn't go through. So
Oh,
now
wow.
he's looking for other sign and trade options to other team. So as of 6 p.m. Eastern on Friday, he will be a free agent looking for his own side and trade options.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I just want y'all to know, don't get too happy, Bucks fans, because y'all didn't win yet. It looks like he want to go somewhere else. He don't want to play down there. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead kick drums, and I'm gonna go ahead kick it down to my guy Jay Ham. Go ahead, holler at him, Hamburglar.
Ooh, you know what? I ain't really got much to holler at them about until it all just hits the surface. You asked me who I think number one. I don't know. I think it's probably gonna be Melo, but also at the same time, it's like, yo, this is the fun of it. It's like going into the grab bag and pulling it out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And there's a bunch of goodies in the bag. You just don't know what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? It's a draft every year. That's our basic slogan here in the lab. Is talent being found every year. Some we gonna see, they gonna probably make a few all-star games. Good dudes, good talents, have nice careers. Don't know if we got the breakout star, but we gonna find out. Down to the OB, skip pass over the trail. What it do?
Man, y'all know what it is, man. I'm here, man. 94 feet of life. We representing our friends tonight. Man, this draft. This is why we here, man. This is why we here. MJ, talk to him, man. Let him know what's up.
Well, first off, I already got threatened if I don't address the comment section. So let me address that right now because I don't want no smoke with nobody. Style Heraldology, what it do? April Otez, we see you. Stoppage Time. Yo, make sure y'all check out Stoppage Time. And they're doing some great things in the soccer, man. What it do? Willie Whitfield, Mook in here. He loves LA. That's all we need to hear. Dennis King, what it do? Keyline, he's been on this too. You might want to jump on this show because you've been really active when it came to this draft news. We need it. Uh, Worldwide Les telling us what's best. We got you too, man. I know he on the bus right now, but we gonna make sure he stays into the show. Talking about who could come to Philly. Let's talk about Golden State is drafting the All-Star after Minnesota, just like they did in '09. We definitely gonna see. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna swing this to Ham first.
Hey,
Because
before
Ham
y'all,
gave us some game. Ham gave us some game that y'all need to know. So this is our job right now. Our job is to navigate y'all through this roller coaster. We have no clue what's about to happen today. None whatsoever. We have no sources. I don't think nobody knows because it's just not enough information given to be able to know what somebody's move is going to be. There hasn't been a combine. There hasn't been a 505 workout. It's been minimal interviews because of COVID. We didn't get a chance to see an NCAA tournament. So we don't know who's going to step up in real time. We have nothing. So everybody's blind right now until they name that pick. And that's what we're here for. So, Ham, from a statistics standpoint, how important really is to be able to draft the right rookie? Go ahead and talk your stuff, man.
Eh, okay, we talking like just in terms of being a contender. You got what, a good 2 to 3 year window because contracts generally come in the 4 year spot. You know what I'm saying? 4 to 5 just in general. 5 if you resign with your own team, 4 if you move on. But for the rookies, you know what I'm saying, especially a lot of all first round rookies, they 4 years, right?
That's right.
Okay, so
Max at best,
4
4 years.
At best, 4 years. Okay, so we get to the lottery, then we know those are 4 years. Since the one and done, whole rule went to one and done in 2006. It's been 210 lottery picks. Of those 210, the amount of guys who were the best player on their team, who was the alpha dog, the dude, who led that team to the playoffs, in the rookie contract within the first 4 years, I will give credit really to 11. I don't even want to name them. I actually throw it out of trivia and let y'all name them. The trivia was solved in 94 Feet of Life group on Facebook. Y'all can join it, check out that. Blind GM, other cool, the cool stuff that we kick around. But if it goes to the point of all these picks, with the exception, I think, of 2 or 3 of those 10, one and done. So we're looking at 18, 19-year-old dudes. Why are you banking the fortunes continually on 18 and 19-year-old dudes? And look at the percentage. Out of 210, 10 within that first 4 was that guy. I mean, you got more that was a part of something and got there within that first contract as well. But in terms of your investment into this lottery pick, and it speaks to the reaction and expectation of fans, media, everybody else. And it's something that we just had an in-depth conversation about last night and early as well, throughout the course of the day, just in terms of you was going to drop something on that to kind of, add, not even counter, but just to add on.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm more interested in what your breakdown is. So we could go run the high screen and roll with this one and get us an easy bucket to start off.
And I promise I'm going to get Trav and Jerm involved. If y'all see Trav looking down, that's because he's taking the time to be able to address all of the comments in the thread. So it's not that he's not paying attention to us. He's just on comment duty. So we salute to Trav, but we definitely going to be getting his feedback as well. So we really just moving this ball. But this is the 4 thing. These are the 4 players that I'm highlighting the most because these are the 4 players that everyone is talking about in the draft. That is Obi Toppin, James Wiseman, Anthony Edwards, and LaMelo Ball. Those are the 4. Those are the quote-unquote prizes. But with those 4, there's a lot of questions behind them. The one that seems to be the most stable is Obi Toppin. James Wiseman has the most upside because if he ends up being what Obi Toppin is now at 7'1" with his gifts, you got a Hall of Famer on your hands. Then we look at Anthony Edwards and we look at LaMelo Ball, who everybody is saying tanked on the interviews. They just didn't do well on the interviews. Well, this is what I wanted to point out. Facebook was established in 2004 in September. MySpace was established in 2003. Google was established in 1998. LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, and James Wiseman were born in 2001. The kids, and I'm speaking on this from personal experience, kids that were born in this new millennium do not know how to interview unless they had a male figure in their life to teach them that element. With the Balls, he doesn't know how to interview because LeVar would be doing the talking for all of his kids anyway. So you're asking him to be savvy in the interview in a generation that already goes completely against the grain on face-to-face conversation and dialogue because everything that they say on their mind, they post it behind a computer screen or behind their phone. So if you put a camera in front of them, of course they're going to give you one-word answers or they're not going to be engaged unless they went to college for 2 or 3 years and were taught that, which brings in Obi Toppin. That's the reason why he looks so polished. He had 3 years of college, 1 redshirt year, 2 actually playing. And then you look at Anthony Edwards, everybody's killing him for what he said. He's actually an honest kid, and it also goes back to this generation. This generation is not like how we were. Our option was either hoop, rap, entertain, song, and dance, and that was it. Their generation, they got bosses. Their generation, they're entrepreneurs. They're going to get it. So basketball may not be his only interest. Guess what? Because he grew up in a generation where there was more than one option besides just hoop or die. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it is something wrong with it if we don't change our mentality as to how we evaluate these interviews. We have to evolve with the generations evolving. So if you're expecting an 18 or 19-year-old in this generation to be able to talk to you, unless they gotten polished by their a father figure or a mentor or even a motherly figure that taught them this, they're not going to know how to do that. So you shouldn't kill them if they know how to hoop. That part they can learn. So we're going to go ahead and tag Germ, man. Germ, just thoughts on whatever, man. We're going to pass this around.
Well, here's the key thing, too. And as you see, it says GM Truth. And I just want to be honest with y'all. I'm kind of sick of this narrative that people have to interview or do things the way that you think that they should be done. There's more than one way to interview, and there's more than one way to be successful. I was once told that you shouldn't go in an interview and tell them that you didn't need a job. But then after I went in that interview and told them I didn't need a job, they said they still offered me the position right there and more money than they offered everybody else. So I just want y'all to know you have to walk into places and act like you are established in whatever field it is that you are in. In this situation, this man plays basketball. At the end of the day, if this kid can hoop, he can hoop. He is the real deal Holyfield, and he is for real. Anthony Edwards has every piece of game that you can ask for. He can shoot the three. He can extend his range and shoot from 30 like they do in this NBA. So as soon as he gets across the half court line, he is a threat to do anything and everything on the court. He shows you the ability to shoot the ball. As I said, he can dribble, drive, and take it to the hole. He can make plays for others around him. And this is something else I don't like. Defense. Everybody don't play defense every play. Let's get this out the way right now. Everybody don't play defense every play. I want all y'all YMCA hoopers to acknowledge this in the comments, because I know a lot of y'all hoop at the Y and at y'all fitness centers, LA Fitness,
y'all not crossing half court.
Y'all don't even cross half court. Y'all don't run back on defense playing regular. So you're gonna critique this player for not doing it, but you don't do it yourself. Cut it out. Cut it out. Put some gum in your head, girl. Cut it out. Hilarious. Let's get him out of there. Hey, man, let's call it what it is. Let's call it a spade, man. I see the kid. He has it in him. He can play defense. I'm not asking him to be a top 5 defender. I'm just asking him to give effort. If he give me effort on that end of the court, that's all we need. Because guess what? He is going to average at the next level. He going to give you 20, 25. He could 3-level scorer. This is the recipe to having a 20-point plus score in the NBA. 3-level scorer, can make free throws, and can make everybody on the court a threat. That's what he does. All 3 of them things. That's 3-level scorer, can shoot free throws, and makes everybody on the court a threat. That's all you need to be a 20-point a game scorer. And why does assist matter? Because that means you got a chance sometime to get the ball back. Remember the give and go? Remember the old school days? Remember them old Lakers teams? So roll that beautiful bean footage and let's go on and get in this bag some more.
All right, so I'm going to switch this over to Trav too eventually. I'm going to be quick with this, but since we're talking about Anthony Edwards, we might as well just go ahead and play a few clips to him while we talk. As you can see, contested 3 right there. Big shot too to be able to have the victory. But the thing that I want people to understand, this is what I want people to really gravitate to and just get. If you have a situation in which your draft module, your draft system, and evaluating players is based on finding something good with them and finding something bad with them, you've already failed. Because now in your mind, you have to find something bad about them, even if that something is petty or something that really doesn't matter. He's getting killed right now because he said he has other interests besides basketball. You know who else is getting killed because their only interest is basketball? KD. So what do y'all want?
They don't know.
What do you want? You got one man who cares about basketball so much that he is willing to create a burner account to defend himself on basketball. And y'all saying that he too sensitive. You got a 19-year-old who had to grow up very early in his life because he lost his mother and grandma in the same year at age 14, who had to find a way to take all of that emotion, all that pain, and harness that aggression into something that can make him great, which he did with basketball, and still have other ventures, with the exception of basketball, to keep himself balanced and even keeled. So if he has a bad game, he doesn't have a problem with doing
That
another
young man
device to be
maneuver
able
through
to get
traffic. Look at
I
him
mean,
go.
look at
this. What do you want?
But now you have a guy who, if he has a bad game, he could, go into the studio, let some steam off, or watch a football NFL game to be able to get his mind away from it and then come back resurface. And he's only 19 years old doing this. That's a bad thing?
Look at that triple threat jab.
Every tool that everything that we said about Donovan Mitchell when he was killing in the playoffs, the wingspan, the athletic ability to be able to hit contested shots, Anthony Edwards have this with more hops. So I'm going to swing this over to Trav. Trav, what you got while we watch Anthony Edwards?
Hey, man, a lot of people just be talking just to fill up the characters on their Facebook or Instagram or just their regular text just to give up a debate, man. In the long run, man, just do your research, man. Quit trying to do stuff for debate purposes. In the end of the day, it is about being right and being wrong. Opinion is an opinion. A fact is a fact. You see this guy, man. This guy putting in major work, bro.
You see that fall away three contested?
Oh my God! What are you
putting in work? He's putting in work.
But y'all don't want him?
Can I actually? Here's another thing too, and let's make sure we address this. Everybody on this, everybody that we got here right now can attest to this. Do y'all understand how hard it is for you to go to your left or to your right, stop on the dime, raise, follow through with the flick of that wrist, and be able to hit nothing but bottom? Do y'all understand? One more thing, Trav. I'm gonna pass it to you. Do y'all understand how hard it is in transition to slow the pace of your body that's going 100 miles an hour toward the rim to be able to stop, square your shoulders, and knock down a three-pointer like that? Do y'all understand what this kid is doing? Look at this. Look at this.
With no waste of motion.
And this against Michigan State. This ain't no palm.
Man,
This against Izzo.
again,
I watched the Michigan State game.
I watched this game.
This. You know
I
what
did
I'm saying?
too.
I was like, man, I remember
did
we
too.
was in the inbox talking about this.
It's just the fact that a lot of people, you got to say something. You got to fill up them 180 characters, man. You got to. People do that just cause, man. You got to. But when you dig deep, man, and look at their research, and when real people who analyze the hoop game know it. Some people just don't know it, and I understand it. But it's just some people just say that just to say something. Like, I gotta think this way because everybody thinking that way. Dude is a hooper, man. Hooping, man. The characteristics of a guy, it can come into play. But
Absolutely.
when you got the right family and the right work system around you, oh, that's gonna be taken care of.
See, this is what makes us different, though. Where everybody else is looking for those flaws in, personality, character flaws, game flaws, all of that. We those dudes that sit back and be like, okay, how can you win with this cat? How can what combinations, what structure, what environment, what would be best that would put this cat in best position, not just to get his shine too, but to be in a winning position to do on that as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do over here at our lab. You know what I'm saying? We can get that one understood 10 minutes before the first pick gets started. This is how we gonna kick game all throughout the night.
The goal of a GM is not to tell you what the player does wrong. It's to tell you how the player fits what they're trying to do.
And that's all we're trying to bring to it. Imagine if all 30 teams had everything they needed. You know how lit that would be every game to watch?
Every game will be watchable.
Why would you not want that?
At the end of the day, GM.
I want to see the best at their best.
But you know what? I think what the thing is that we and this is what we're not gonna do. Here's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna keep throwing people under the bus because they don't do the things that we want them to do and the way we want it done. There's more than one way to win in basketball. You got big three. We seen LeBron win with a bunch of veteran players that made timely shots, made timely baskets around him with a good influx of youth and some veteran guys. and then him and AD. So we've seen this thing done in different ways. We've seen Dream win in 94 and 95 with a cast of different characters where it was pretty much all-stars or former all-stars or future all-stars, some rookie players, and him being the man in the middle that manned the ship on both ends of the floor. We've seen Mike do it with different people in the 90s in two different time frames. We've seen Kobe do it with him and Shaq and a cast of good, solid players around him who play defense and knock down timely jumpers. At the end of the day, man, it's ways that we can do this that don't mean that one way is the only way. Cut it out. Gum in your head. Wait, gum in your head, girl. Cut it out. Let's go. We on.
But if you don't appreciate basketball for what it really is, which is art, you're going to look at it the way a corporation looks at it. And before I even go further, anytime y'all see that baby blue ball U, which looks clean, by the way, from my man, Mo Chef, that means some news just happened, man. Breaking news. What's going on, Mo?
It's not really breaking news. It's just three things I wanted to add, 2 comments and a point. MJ, I don't think it might have went over people's head that the kid lost his father, his mother, and his grandmother in the same year. And you listen to the kid talk, you see a young man still molding himself, and nobody is really giving him the blueprint as to how to mold yourself as a man. And you could go back to our mental health conversation a few months ago about the trials and tribulations of growing from boyhood to manhood. As for the comments, Zach Westrick from Stoppage Time FC, he's just here because he wants to know what you guys think the Sixers will do now that James Harden is in play. And shout out to Coach B. Berry. He says, just jumping in to check in. I'm on my coaching call from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Keep building the culture of 94 feet, fellas. Salute to you, Coach. And that's all I got for now, fellas.
Ham, you go ahead and answer Zach's question. What's going on?
What was Zach's question again?
The question is, he want to hear what we think about Philly going, Philly having Harden in play.
Hey, what they going to load? Because it's obvious with Houston. It's like, Houston is trying to get under the cap. They like, that window that we had is closed. We're going to make everything within this organization right now very uncomfortable for everybody. Ain't none of that. Is everything, because everything is new. You got a new GM in place, you got a new head coach, you know what I'm saying? So, but you still got Tillman signing the checks, and, if partner want to be gone, Tillman probably going to be, willing to get him up out of there just so he can get up under that luxury tax, rebuild, do some stuff that, he can trade-wise or whatever. What he can get, tonight or later on through the week. Free agency starts Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, that can result in some trades as well. So it's gonna be interesting, especially with Philadelphia. Also, new stuff, new coach. They bring in Daryl, from Houston, which I can see that connection as well with Harden and Daryl Morey. But hey, that's a good question though, Zach. I really don't. Like I told you at the top of the show, I don't know. we finna wait and find out, though. I know that. That's why we here. That's why we doing this live.
Quick comments. Dion Reed said NSOL in the building for today and today only. Dion, we changing that to NSOR. No slander on rookies. I don't want to hear it. I don't want no slander on rookies today.
Well, this man is in his bag today for sure.
I don't want no slander on rookies. So NSOR today. So we're going to change it just for today. I promise you can have the Lamar back as soon as we get off of this show. But for today, it's NSOR. Also, everything must go, maybe even you. Shout out to Coach Worldwide Les. You tell him what's next. Hey, I'm mad he ain't on the show, but he had other duties that he got to handle. So, Trav, go ahead and jump back in. Sorry about that.
Man, about that James Harden deal, man, I'm going to tell you like this. If James Harden is at this point of his career, he want to win. If he want to win, he already demanded where he want to go. That's where he may need to go. Because a lot of people – go ahead.
Just as you mentioned that, especially the factor of like that burning factor right now, I got to win. You know what I'm saying? I got to win right now when folks looking at him turning down to 50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he been getting like 50 from Adidas for a good 4 or 5 years.
For the whole time.
from
And
Adidas. But go ahead.
and if y'all think that he was doing what he was doing at Houston, he most definitely gonna do it at Philly. So to be honest, with James Harden, I think he has made it very clear where he wants to go. He has made it very clear where he needs to go. It's all about putting that trade in hand now.
If my man is willing to pay 12 point whatever it is in taxes by moving to the city, if he is to go to Brooklyn, after
And-
getting no state taxes in Texas, plus
And while
50
we
a
on-
year,
While we on that subject, let's really talk about how they contract break down for people who may not know what's going on. So your gross is what the contract says that they're getting. So a lot of people don't understand is you got your federal. Federal taking 30%. 30% gone off back. Then, depending on where you stay at, you have your state. As we all know and love, Texas and Florida don't have state tax. This is the part that a lot of people do not know. Anytime you travel to another state to play, you have a state entertainment tax you got to pay too. Got to pay that state entertainment tax. Now, if you're in Toronto, you get double tax because you got to pay the Queen of England as well as paying America, in addition to your state entertainment tax. Now we're going to talk about these agents. These agents need their cut too because they negotiated their contract, so they need their bread.
10%.
So that million that you're talking about really is about 540 racks, which I know some of y'all who like me making, a meager less than $100,000 a year. I'll just say less than 100,000. Y'all need to know my business. In your mind, you thinking I still flip that? Of course you will. Of course. But just understand 1 million ain't a million. So moving on, because it's free agency popping. Speaking of Philly, Al Horford actually has been traded to Oklahoma City, in addition to a first round and a second round pick to Oklahoma City, who now has 17 first round picks from now to 2026. 17. That is a JUCO roster. That is a junior college roster. I would love to see them just draft their whole squad. Everybody just leave and we just go draft the whole squad from scratch. I would love to see it. Has it ever been done? Has anybody ever won when they just drafted player by player by player by player by? I want to see it. Why not?
Just something different, huh? Just something different.
Why not? We didn't show we can win all other ways. Why not draft your whole team?
I hope they
draft the coach too. Why not?
I hope,
Here's some interesting things because I want to add some things to the Rockets portion of this as well. What's so interesting about this whole thing is what the Al Horford trade is. It's the first and the second round pick, but also something else that you're going to find interesting is they also traded for Danny Green and for Terrence Ferguson. Now, they traded for two players that can help them potentially on the wing. That's important that we add that to this whole thing right there in itself. Now, as far as the Rockets go, we didn't say this yet, but I want y'all to know there was a Robert Covington and Trevor Ariza flip. Now, when that flip happened, there's now a trade of Trevor Ariza going to Detroit. They also the Rockets are purchasing Detroit's 2021 second round pick from the Lakers for $4.6 million in cash. So look at what they're doing. Look at what the Rockets are doing with their roster. They're trying to get under. They're trying to do different things, maneuver, get some of these big contracts going, and pretty much they're getting ready to go through a full rebuild. So if you're going to get something from this basketball team at this stage, Harden is there. But here's the thing about Harden that makes this real interesting. And I got to say this, and then I'm gonna swing it. Harden is making $37 million this year. The next year and the next 2 years, it goes 40. And then after that, it goes up again to like 44. So at the end of the day, this man is going to continue to make upwards of $40 million the next 2 seasons. So I want y'all to understand, this is where the money part comes into play. You got to match up salaries because the threshold is 132. Or is it 132, 133? It's 132. So most of these teams already, Houston's payroll was already at 140 just for 2020. They were at 140 before they start breaking up their roster as of before they started trading these guys away. So I just want y'all to think about just how much they have to move just to break up this roster.
I'm calling them the Houston flea market.
Well,
They sure giving it away. They giving it away.
Hey, you can buy a lawnmower at the flea market for $30.
Hey,
They work.
go at the cat and go to the swap meet. You get it in for
Houston swap meet. What do they call it in Houston? Like the flea market? Do they got a name for
Yeah,
it?
I mean we got the flea market here too. So
Okay,
it's
just
the
checking.
same thing. But that they don't just call it the flea market. Now it's like the local gun show. But
Now,
they got
real quick,
everything, you know.
absolutely. So real quick, as we get ready to transition into the draft, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna break some news. I want y'all to know, broken by Woj bomb number 1 as the draft starts. Minnesota is still on the phone trying to move this first round pick.
Of course they are.
They don't want no.
Wow.
They are still on the phone trying to move this first round pick. I want y'all to know the reason why they potentially are trying to do this, and I think we all understand this here, but just so you guys understand, it's because it's the money difference. They don't want to pay the money difference that it is to get Obi Toppin at 1 or to get him at 4 or 5. There's a difference. Yeah, obviously, there's a gap. So with that
Tag
being
me in for
said,
this because they don't know
I'm
about
about
that
to-
yet.
yeah. Oh, no. See, I gotta look. I am the best point guard when Big Shot is not around. So I just normally sub in. So with that being said, MJ, I'm gonna pass it right into you. But I want you to remember those key principles. Each pick has a certain cap number, and they're trying to get away from that high cap number, which is the number 1 overall pick. Go ahead, MJ.
If I am a GM, my job is to create the best team possible and stay under the cap so that I won't have to pay the luxury tax threshold. Only one team has ever won in the NBA history that was under the luxury tax, and that was Golden State. So,
San Antonio.
2 teams, Golden State and San Antonio. So 2 teams, Golden State and San Antonio. And after that following year, please believe they was no longer under that luxury tax, so they had to pay them people to reward them. So when you enter in a draft, the first round pick is usually worth probably about $11 million a year, 44 million in 4 years, something along those lines. And then it goes down to 42 to 38 and so forth and so on. So if you're Minnesota and you're lukewarm on all of these picks, and I'm about to go into the luxury tax, picking a dude that I really don't think can help me get to the playoffs, what is the point? So that's why they're trying to move that pick for those who really don't understand that. And there are some questions in the comments. I didn't forget it. Dion actually asks, what players should we look for that's outside of the lottery? Dion, we definitely covered this in the first 2, but we could definitely talk about it again. I have no problem with that. I say look out for Malachi Flynn. I think Cole Anthony is who he is, no matter what level you put him on. Trav, J-Ham, Jerm, y'all could drop y'all people too.
Took Malachi from me. I ain't forgot about Vernon Carey. You know what I'm saying? He can move.
Second round.
Right. You know what I'm saying? He got good mobility, he got good outside game, inside game, good footwork. He can play with today's big men. You know what I'm saying? And skill set. He can, especially if he can, you can catch him like at a steal. He can go to a good spot, develop, grow. His dad was a pro football player. He's got a pro pedigree about himself anyway. So we got Adam up here right now. So
yes, sir. And for me, I'm looking up. I'm keeping it home for myself. I actually played with this guy's dad at my high school. His name is Tyrell Terry out of Stanford. I'm looking for him. I want to see him at a good team for him to thrive on. I think it's the proper team for him to play with. Tyrell Terry, that's a guy. I done met this young guy. I done seen this young guy. He's a head and shoulders type of guy. He got it up here. Of course, he ain't no fool. That's who I want to see. I want to see him get drafted today, and I'm gonna be looking for keeping up with him.
Okay, Jerm, you got anybody you want to add? I also want to say Precious Achiuwa, look out for him. He looks like he's falling out of the lottery, which I think would be a good pick for anybody. Who you got, John?
I'm gonna stick with my guy that I said before, which is Cole. My guy Cole Anthony. I just think he has some very real good upside to go to the right team, and you'll get yourself a pretty damn good player. And that's the most important part of this whole process It's about picking the right people, getting the right people in and out of these situations. So with all of those things being said, man, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm a delivery boy. Call me Mookie. I'm gonna deliver. Go ahead and deliver it to the best damn point guard in the land. My guy, Big Shot Ron, has approached us on the live. What's up, my guy? Let's go.
What's going on, fellas? You're off to a strong start. I see.
Hey,
Just in time, man.
Hey man, I'm like paid in full, man. I was drinking champagne and eating Rotel, man. We was out here.
I got
That is not a lie either. I'm dead serious. I made the Rotel. This is Bolo. This is not just a Rotel special. I actually cooked it myself and drunk champagne with it.
Hey, it's gonna be a long night, but a fun night. I got some of this Memphis barbecue chicken pizza
Ooh-wee.
on down here. I'm not gonna eat this on camera to be professional, but as we lead into this number one pick, fellas, I heard y'all. Minnesota's still trying to get rid of this thing. If they're unable to get rid of it, is it still Edwards?
can I start?
No, because I actually did the draft. Let me at least start this, and I swear.
Go ahead.
If Minnesota, I don't think ever was interested in Edwards. They was only interested in LaMelo, and they're interested in Obi. Those are the two people they're interested in. To me, if they're smart, I get Wiseman because somebody's going to trade for me. That was what I would do because I know right off bat 3 people want James Wiseman. I think 2 teams want LaMelo.
Mm-hmm.
So Wiseman or Melo will be the pick, and just go ahead and see who can give me the most for him. What's your thoughts, John?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Edwards should be the pick for them. I actually really think it's guard play that they miss. They need guard play, better guard play at that. So with that being said, if it's not him, I would lean LaMelo. But it's been said that they actually they're looking at Obi. So I mean, that's the key here. You're trying to pair him with Big Cat, who we have talked about this before. Big Shot said it a week ago. Cat is one of the best scorers in basketball. You want to put a guy like that who can do all of those things in the middle of the floor, and you say, hey, Obi, I just want you to knock down corner threes for your first year and help me on defense. Help me get some rebounds. Run the floor. With Cat, man, come on, man. I like that.
Somebody say something about Obi?
I think somebody did. I don't remember who said nothing. I don't remember.
Okay, just checking. Well, we talked about Obi. We might as well bring him up. Ham, what's your thoughts? Man, runs the floor like a gazelle, first off.
Just filthy on both ends, man. Start the whole break, run the floor like you said, like a real stallion. He just bolted on this dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Just took him to the block, just bolted on him. You know, here we go again in transition. Grown man strong. You know, grown man strength right here.
You know who he plays like to me? He plays like Amari Stoudemire to me.
A smaller version, yeah. But
Amari was 6'9". They both 6'9".
Okay, 6'9".
But he not that stocky like Stat was, but he got that athleticism like Stat. I mean, who does?
As you can see,
He
him
put
going between his legs.
He put the ball between his legs.
On a break.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying as far as like the bounce. I think Stoudemire has a little bit more bouncy.
Well,
He's
Big
bouncy with it.
Big Shot said it earlier. It's kind of like Sean Marion too. Like
Yes.
Matrix had
I like Sean Marion. I like that comparison too. Like I really think this dude, as of right now, can help any team that drafts him.
Yeah.
Right now, first year, whoever you put me on, I can have help him because
if we
he don't need the ball. He doesn't need the ball on offense. He knows what to do with it when he gets it. He can shoot it. He loves setting screens and doing dribble handoffs. And if the game ever changes to, inside outside, we just showed that he can go inside and outside. It's not a problem.
If we had a tournament in March, that was my squad.
They were looking
really
strong.
All right, when you come. So we got the first pick is in.
All right.
I don't know how we want to do this, but as of right now, it is reported by my guy Shams is reported right now. Minnesota is selecting Anthony Edwards, guard out of Georgia. Like I said, I thought it should have been a guard. I thought guard play was the most important part for me for this team. I think Anthony Edwards is the number one player in this draft, in my opinion. That doesn't mean I'm dogging Obi. I'm not dogging Obi.
No.
I think Obi is a dog. I think Obi's top 3 clearly, but I'm just gonna be honest with you. This is a good pick. This is a slam dunk on the perimeter. MJ, go ahead, take it away. Let's swing the ball.
If you notice, I never said who's the best player. I think Obi is the safest pick. Wiseman has the most upside. Anthony Edwards is the best scorer, and LaMelo is the best point guard. Whatever you value is going to depend on what you pick. So we're going to go ahead and get a big shot into this and swing it around. Thoughts on this pick, which also pat on my back and pop my shoulder and my collar. I actually said this in the mock draft, this was going to happen. Even though I didn't think it would really happen. I said it in the mock draft, it was going to happen.
I like the pick for a couple of reasons. I think number one.
No, I said Melo, sorry. What?
Number one, I like it is because I think Anthony Edwards, I know this is positionless basketball we play in 2020, but he's much closer to a 2 guard than he is a lead guard or a point guard. So I think it keeps D'Angelo Russell on the ball, where D'Angelo Russell really is at his best at as your creator, facilitator, whatever you want to call it. And I think for Minnesota, if you keep assuming they keep this pick, you have to start putting competent, for lack of a better word, perimeter players around Cat. I think Andrew Wiggins, that went the way it went. The Jimmy Butler experience was what it was. They needed perimeter guys and guys who can create off the dribble to open up that lane for Cat. So as a pick, assuming they keep this, I'm totally fine with this as a pick with Anthony Edwards.
Man, if y'all wasn't on here about 20 minutes ago, y'all looking at this man right here. We just showed the highlights not too long ago. Dude can play ball. Dude can play some basketball. I mean, it ain't hard to see. It ain't like you want to break down the hips or anything like that. Dude can play basketball. With this pick, with Minnesota taking them, do I see them trying to trade it off for something that they really may need? I don't think so with him. I think me personally, I think they done made their pick being that they could get rid of it. So they going with what they know. They're going with what they know, and they going with something that can potentially be good for them.
Ham, thoughts?
Y'all covered it. I mean, Trav said it best. The cat can ball, man. I mean, we talked about it, about 20 minutes or so ago. 18, 19 years old. But look at the physical gifts that this cat, is coming into this with at 18, 19. He's a bucket. In a league of buckets, he's a bucket. And all he's going to do, given the benefit of good health, good culture, and he's hungry, despite what y'all take from the interview, even with the interview, he still went number one.
Here's my only worry. He is going to a culture who doesn't care about winning.
That's where I was just
my only worry.
I was getting ready to get into the culture part, and I'm like, it's cold in Minnesota. Really cold for not just like weather reasons. You know what I'm saying? It's frosty, and
Pick is in.
Is this the highest pick that Georgia product won over Dominique Wilkins?
Gotta be.
Yeah. And the pick is in. Who we got, Jerm?
So with the number 2 pick, the Golden State Warriors select James Wiseman from Memphis.
Okay.
Now, go ahead, MJ, get in there. Go on and break this down because this is something we talked about. We talked about this at 11 o'clock this morning.
I called this man phone. Called this man phone. I was so excited about talking about this guy. So everything that I just said about Obi Toppin, if James Wiseman does half of what Obi Toppin can do right now, he is a Hall of Famer. So for those of you who don't really know Wiseman, I'm going to show you the clip, not of what he did in Memphis, but what he did in high school. And if everybody follow me and know what we do, we always have a statement. You was who you was when you got here. In high school, usually when you see what they're doing in high school, usually it translates to the NBA. So if Golden State is getting a guy like this, if they're going to be able to get a dude that can do this, he's Draymond Green at 7'1". If he's doing this type of stuff, if he's doing this off the rebound while Steph and Clay could just sprint,
Pick his
he's
ear.
going to do this. If they're going to let him cook like this, because you can't help, who you going to help off of?
And
Who are you going to help off of?
And he done put some muscle on, since his time off.
See, the thing about it is we know he can rim run, we know he can rebound, we know he can block shots. The part that I think people are missing is his fluid movements, is his touch on his jump shot. On these clips, he's hitting threes, he's dropping dimes. Did you see that dime? And then relocate? Like, this is Golden State basketball. Now, even as we talk about this, we are talking about this with the assumption that they are keeping it. This is why I said we're going to guide you through this roller coaster, because to be honest with you, I have no idea what's going to happen with Minnesota or what's going to happen with Golden State. We may be revisiting this and talking about these dudes as to why they fit well on the team that they just got traded to. Please don't be shot. So, Big Shot, if you're there, you want to chime in on this. In fact, let me go and switch it to Trav.
I said this at the beginning of the year. Did I not,
Grown
fellas?
man.
Grown man will cry when James Wiseman touched Golden State. Sure enough, we're just talking on the aspect of he's staying at Golden State. Keep in mind, there's some stuff that can happen, but right now, without no trades or nothing, which I got in mind, something may happen. We're gonna save that for later. But grown men are literally crying right now.
That's ugly. Yeah,
And with the
it's
third
ugly.
pick
Go ahead.
of the 2020 draft, Charlotte has selected LaMelo Ball.
First of all, shout out to Adam Silver keeping the ball moving tonight. Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Let's go. Let's get through this thing quick. Real quick on Wiseman. Golden State needed a young, athletic, rim protector, shot blocker. So Wiseman can come in and do that day one, which is something they need, assuming again they keep the pick. So I like this. Now transitioning right over to the third pick, LaMelo to Charlotte. I think this is a great pick for Charlotte. And I know Charlotte has a real sketchy draft history, but a franchise like Charlotte, you need it exciting. Like you need something with a little seasoning, a little sauce on it. And we know LaMelo definitely got the seasoning and the sauce. He's a great passer, great size, great feel. Say whatever you want to about his daddy. Although the fact was his daddy was right. If we being honest.
Yeah.
I like the pick. I think he gives Charlotte that's a little bit star power. They definitely need it.
And the one thing we know about Melo is he's gonna hoop.
And you know what
That's
else
the one thing we're gonna know.
what
He's
else
been
he
doing
gonna
this since. What else?
He gonna sell tickets.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They gonna sell tickets down there in Charlotte, man. And so, and then don't they still got what's my guy that was at Kansas?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
They still got him.
Yeah, they still got him.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know exactly who you're talking about.
Devontae Graham.
Devontae Graham.
Yeah.
I said that we just talked about this earlier, literally verbatim.
Graham.
That's how you know we be in the lab.
And them folks and they still got Scary Terry. So
Oh yeah.
and they got my guy from Kentucky playing that power forward spot too.
PJ,
So
Yeah, I'm
they're
gonna have to
young
run
talent.
this play back.
Yeah.
Look at this play. Look at this. Look at this. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Slice.
The fact that here's another thing that we have to add this to the Melo Ball conversation. When you add a guy who makes everybody around him a threat, that's what these organizations are missing when it comes to guard play. You need a guard that you can count on that can make decisions on your basketball court. It's just that simple. And LaVar gives you that guy, and it just is what it is. I said LaVar. I don't know.
Yeah, his father. It don't even matter. You just it don't matter. No, but
Melo
Big
Ball,
man.
we got you.
Hey, Melo. We just gonna call that man Melo from now on.
Melo.
But
that is disrespect. The only Melo I acknowledge is Anthony.
yeah, I see. Yeah.
Hey,
But, but
check
Mr.
this out.
Yeah, go
Check
ahead.
this out. I'm watching the whole draft deal on my TV also, and they showed James Wiseman and his family. The only
Penny
thing that
right
was
there.
wrong with that picture was Anthony Hardaway was
Penny
there.
right there.
You need no
Penny gonna Penny.
whereabouts
Hey, Penny
over
gonna
there.
look.
No,
Penny
he don't
create.
need.
Look, Penny created the phone posits. He could do whatever he want, which is still the coldest basketball shoe I've ever seen, including your beloved Jordans.
That phosphate. That's phosphate Johnson. Yeah.
Now I wouldn't hoop in them because they stiff, but looks wise,
Oh
Hey.
man, so
that part with Penny, they go
He
back to
has
what
no,
MJ
he
was
has
saying
no
about,
business in their
they go
home
back,
right now.
they go back to what MJ was saying earlier about the generational difference, man. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They like, man, whatever.
Hey,
ooh, gas levels on 0.
hey, man. Don't Cal be hugged up with his picks every year?
Every year.
He had a
Every
table
year.
every year. It's like they might
He
as well
got a
just have a
table.
table for Cal, and then just whatever person he bringing, he could just sit at Cal's table.
You know what? You know what about Cal though? He does be with them at their table, but this is your home is one thing. The table is another. The table is more public.
man.
That home
do
is
the right
somewhere
thing.
private.
They don't get the
It's still
home
invested.
trap. They don't get the home without Penny.
They don't. They don't. They don't get their home without Penny.
Hey, I'm a little worried. Why Bulls ain't picked yet?
hey, look, I don't understand this either. I thought this pick would come fast because we already know who's on the board. I'm a little confused.
Let me find out y'all gonna get Denny, or y'all gonna trade him to Detroit.
Is they gonna get another forward?
Well, we actually had a schedule because we getting this information hot and ready like Little Caesars.
Right.
So, with that being said, I guess we could talk a little bit more about some of the things coming up. But when I look at LaMelo, what people got to understand is this man has been a star since his freshman year in high school, just like LeBron. We don't think about it this way because he took an unconventional route.
Correct.
But sophomore year, he scored
Just like
90 something points.
Just like Brandon Jennings too.
Yeah, sophomore year, he scored like 90 something points, like 95. I don't care how many layups you cherry picked, just to have the mental fortitude to not get bored and want to score 95. At least it's something to look at and be like, oh, he's a killer. Like, and it wasn't like the 105 that those D3 teams collused on. It wasn't that.
Right.
This was a real life 95 he gave him. Real life. So, everybody always say, well, if you cherry pick, I could get that too. Well, why don't you cherry pick?
So
they don't want Trav to talk about him like he talk about Barbosa.
Trav, you mad.
Y'all don't want them problems.
Hey, we might as well talk about it, man. Yeah, let's talk about cherry. No, but Roddy, how's the food?
It's excellent.
With that being said,
I'm done in a minute, and then I'm gonna be more professional. I apologize to the folks.
No, eat that. Pause.
Listen, it's all right. Don't worry, we got time to get in a couple comments. We have time.
Let's get it.
So let's just get into a couple of these comments. I'm gonna start with one of our guys. We got our guy Joe Maver on it. Shouts out to him. He basically said, "Hey man, Golden State is gonna be a problem once again." Willie is on here. I believe that's one of Trav's homeboys. Shouts out to him. Hope Clay injury is not bad. Tyrell is the LeVar Ball versus Michael Jordan will happen.
And he will take it personally.
Listen, Ty, we can't do that. We can't do that. I don't want none of that.
He gonna beat LeVar and ban him.
Hey man, Les is in the comments acting up, man. First he says PJ Washington is winning off the court winning. That's what he says. Then he comes back after that.
Yes, he is.
Penny needed to be there. And then after that, he said Lori Lightfoot ain't letting nothing out or in of Chicago. That's why it's a delay.
I understand.
Hey,
shouts out to Lori. Hey, I see the babe with Lori Lightfoot had me cracking up. She was like, "You want to impress me? Drown a fish." Hey, I lost it.
This is crazy. Dennis King. He's referring to somebody. He said he was a beast. He in high school. I was hearing about him in South Carolina. And Joe said to Ronnie. Joe said to Ronnie. He said Ronnie crushing that food.
we done now. We done now.
Hey, LaMelo went to probably about two schools. He went to two schools. He went to Chino Hills, then he went overseas, then he came back to a prep school, then he went back overseas to Australia. That's a lot of traveling the hoop.
Mr. Carolina Blue is on the screen. That means we got something mean on the scene.
No, we just anytime I see a moment to come in there and add something and expand, I'm gonna come in there. Somebody mentioned Clay, not to be the bearer of bad news. Apparently, it's not good, according to an NBA source, and he had to be helped off the court by other NBA players that he was scrimmaging with. So kind of a bittersweet night for Warriors fans. But, we'll see how it goes moving forward. As Germ said, Bogdanovich, he's going to be a free agent. The Sixers sending Horford and picks to OKC. Pistons get Ariza. And then Okongwu, I think he's one of the top 5 in this draft. He's recovering from a fractured toe. So those are the little nuggets I got. I'll go back to the bench I go.
Oh, no. You're more than welcome whenever. But, let's actually talk about some of these picks. In the draft, I actually stated that I don't think any of these picks are like game-changing generational players. Let me change my stance on that. I still believe that, but I believe they could be if given the right situation. When you think of generational players, you're thinking of guys who, no matter what team drafts them, they're going to come in and just do what they do. When Tim Duncan was in the draft, he was a generational player. When LeBron came into the draft, generational player. So that's just what we refer to. Like these guys, depending on the situation, like Wiseman's in a perfect situation. Anthony Edwards remains to be seen if he has a good psychiatrist there or at least a good support system in Minnesota. I think you're going to see the best out of him. If not, he's probably going to have to get traded. And we still don't know what they're going to do with Jared Culver over there. Maybe, both of them find a way to balance out. But go ahead with that pick, John.
With the 4th pick of the 2020 draft, the Chicago Bulls select Patrick Williams.
Of course they do. Why wouldn't they?
Okay. Now here's our first curveball of the night.
I'm here for it. Sign me up.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Go ahead, MJ.
Well, what I want people to understand is this. When I talked about Patrick Williams, the main thing that I talked about him, the key word with him was potential. And you know how I feel about drafted potential unless you know exactly what you're getting. But in his defense, in the defense of Patrick Williams, the things that he was doing, it looked real Kawhi Leonard-ish. And if you're going to play in this league, we already see Big Wings is running this league. So you either need to get a guy that's going to stop that big wing, or you need to get a guy that is going to score on that big wing. Preferably, you want both. And Patrick Williams actually has the upside with his mid-range ability and improving three-point stroke and his defense, which is the real reason why they're getting him. He has that opportunity. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at him here. There goes the stop. Yes, they have on blue jerseys of Florida State. Mind your business. Even got the kick, led to a nice oop. As we keep looking at it. Swing it. Get up. Again, nothing special. Right now, it can turn into something special. If you want to know my thoughts on the pick, I feel like just looking at it from what I see right now, you already have that more expensive, but you already have this with Otto Porter. You just drafted a younger, cheaper Otto Porter. So you must really trust your backcourt to do what they're going to do, and you just need guys who are going to defend, shoot threes, and be athletic. And if that's the case, that's fine. And what it's also saying is you have big plans for Lauri Markkanen and big plans for Wendell Carter. This is what this pick says to me. So, J-Ham, go ahead and dive into your thoughts as we continue to watch Mr. Williams.
The one I snickered when the pick was announced. Basically, I only snickered because I'm thinking about the Bulls fan base. It's just their initial reaction. It's like, yo, that's what we needed for initial reaction. You know what I'm saying? And not that I don't like the kid. There's nothing against the kid at all. You know, he can play. He can play. So, but at 4, ACC 6th Man of the Year.
And also too, remember Detroit was trying to get this 4th pick. Remember that.
We still the night is
young. We do not know if the Bulls are going to keep this guy. We have no idea.
The night is young. So
I'm saying that I can make it make sense basketball wise for now, but I am not going to be surprised if they say, yeah, we got this pick for so and so we can flip him for an additional thing and we still get our player, which will probably be Dina Avishai, because I think Cleveland is going to get Obi. Cleveland really wanted Obi. This will shock me if they don't get Obi.
Okay, well,
Guess
what? Guess what? So with that being said, just so y'all all understand what is going on currently, Cleveland is currently fielding all trade offers right now, currently for the number 5 pick.
Yes.
They are wheeling and dealing right now for there. And also we have another scenario here. We have the Timberwolves. It's not official and everything else like that, but these are some of the reports that are coming down right now. And also the Timberwolves are in trade talks with the 17th overall pick to OKC for Ricky Rubio and the 25th and 28th overall picks. So just so you know, the Timberwolves are looking to possibly move that 17th for Ricky Rubio and 2 other players.
Bring Rubio back. Sign me up.
Rubio back?
Let me say this. If this happens, and these Oklahoma City Cats end up with 21st round picks over the next 7 years, listen, Oklahoma City's new name is Uno Cards FC.
Facts.
FC Draw 4.
No, they are ID Clear War.
Yo.
You want to get the cards for ID Clear War. They play ID Clear War out here with y'all. I didn't even know it.
Pokemon cards.
When was the last time y'all played that? Yeah, they collected Pokemon.
Declare war.
Especially with the youth, that's Yu-Gi-Oh.
I mean, look,
the Yu-Gi-Oh cards all day.
Hey man, these folks trying to collect all 5 pieces of Exodia and everything.
Yeah.
Hey man, we got to cut this out. But let me tell y'all something. I want to say this, and I got to be honest about with this whole situation, especially about OKC. I don't understand the direction now. You hit a stretch, Presty, where you had a draft where you drafted Russ, it was KD, then it was Russ, then it was James. You came back, you got guys like Aaron Maynard. You got guys, all of these different guys, and I'm just looking like, what is going on? So I want y'all to know, look, as we just did that, I got the pick for number 5.
Tell them who Cleveland picked.
With the number 5 pick in the 2020 draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers, I can't even get it out. I'm so irritated. The Cleveland Cavaliers select Isaac Okoro.
Let me say this. Go to Cleveland, needed a wing play. So this isn't a bad pick, but I will tell you this. My Atlanta Hawks fans, because I got people who are the Hawks fans. You run, I know, obviously we are virtual, so you can't run it up there. You type in your send, put Obi Toppin and hit send
right now.
And don't even think about it.
Don't look back.
Don't look back.
Even think about it.
Don't think about it. The Okoro pick for my Cleveland folks is not bad. They needed a bigger wing, so this isn't bad. Maybe a little high for my taste,
right?
But I can rock with it. But Atlanta Hawks, let's get Obi Toppin and let's not.
Right.
Now you know something about this too. I can't be mad at teams now picking what they need as opposed to picking for value, because teams that's been in the lottery for 12, 13 years have been doing that and they stayed in the lottery. So at least Cleveland is saying, look, we like Darius Garland. We think we're going to keep at least one of those 4 bigs and run the pick and roll with them. We like Colin Sexton's ability to score, or maybe they don't. I don't know. We need a wing, especially since Kevin Porter getting 3 a.m. calls. So that probably changed their pick as well. They're probably thinking, we are not about to deal with this. We can't afford to deal with this. So that could be something as well. For the 6th pick, I completely agree with Big Shot. This is definitely a get the best player available now, and the best player available is Obi Toppin. Now, what you're going to do with John Collins, we will figure that out later.
And me and Jay Ham both made the same face. Now, but y'all in the YouTube chat, we are mission control. So we behind the scenes, we got Mo.
We know
Jerm,
what
they
it
are on
is.
top of all this. So we see things that y'all don't see. So what I just said, y'all can scratch it.
Jerm, go ahead and talk to us. I
Big
love
shot. Big shot. I'm gonna let you go on and break the pick. Go on ahead, break the pick,
it. Somebody tell him this, Mo.
bro.
So the pick, and I know I'm gonna kill this brother's name, so I'm sorry in advance. And I think this pick is gonna hurt my man Joe Mavor, because I think this is what he really wanted.
Nah, he
for
won't
his
top it.
Wizards was number 6. He's man, I don't want to mess his brother's name, but it's Double O. We're gonna call him Double O from USC, one and done player. A lot of upside on the defensive end as a center. But boy, this thing is breaking. Obi Toppin right now is on Paul Pierce time in 98.
Ooh.
Hey, but I actually like that for Obi Toppin because he gets to go to a team that he's going to fit perfectly with. Because even with Atlanta, I liked Atlanta. The whole thing in my thought process was Clint Capella, John Collins.
Mm-hmm.
That was my whole thought process. Like, where is he going to fit? Even with Cleveland. I know Cleveland can, you know what I'm saying, is going to play him in the future, but right now they wouldn't play him because you got to show value to Tristan Thompson, Kevin Love, and Andre Drummond to get rid of him. So, as you can see, the boy can jump out the gym. Very, very athletic, uber athletic. I don't even know why they showed that as a highlight. It's not like he's going to be doing it. But uber athletic, I think his form needs a lot of work. I don't think he's going to be a shooter. Maybe with a lot of reps he can get there. But this dude pretty much is, you know, a specialist as a big. And he's going to have a lot of energy. Hopefully he can be able to guard the perimeter, because if he can guard the perimeter, this makes perfect sense because Clint Capella cannot. And John Collins also struggles defensively. So if that is the reason why you're getting him, it makes sense. But once again, these last 2 picks that I've seen, I would not be shocked at all if a trade happens. So as of right now, if Obi falls to Washington, listen, because these next 2 picks, they don't need Obi. Detroit has Blake Griffin. New York has all of the people that's 6'8".
Yeah.
Man, look,
And everybody that's 6'8" is on New York right now.
If you are between 6'8" and 6'10" and don't really have a position, you play for the Knicks.
And the bad part about it is that's who's going to end up drafting him.
Who are that?
No, man.
The Knicks.
Knicks. No.
It better
no.
not. Don't bring that bad juju here. Do not bring that bad juju here.
Hashtag no Obi for New York. Hashtag it.
Man,
Detroit's
please.
pick is in.
all right.
It's gonna be Keelan Haynes.
I like it.
I like
This makes sense.
Yeah, I like
I like it a
This
lot.
makes sense.
I like Killian Haynes. Killian Haynes, to me, is a top 5 draft pick in this draft.
Mm-hmm.
I already told you the first 4. Killian Hayes is the 5th. When you want a guy that's ready right now, consummate professional, 6'5", lefty, does all of the small things that you need to do for him to do. He can be a catch and shoot guy. He can be a combo guard who could create out of the pick and roll. He has that type of versatility. You can plug him in anywhere he's going to fit in. And we've talked about this with Detroit. Wings have been their problem. Guards, combos, that's what they needed. And I think they're very thrilled if they keep him that a guy of this caliber was even able to drop this low. So again, right now I'm very impressed because everybody's picking what they need right now. Nobody is, reaching for some or overthinking this. Well, with the exception of the last pick. I don't know what that is. But being honest, that Atlanta one's like you already got 2 bigs. It's like unless you're making a trade, I don't really see why, because that boy gonna be on the bench. Because you got to play Collins and you got to play Capella. And you're not going to trust a rookie at the end of the games, are you? So here's Killian Hayes anyway. That bothered me. That's why I talked about it. So here's Killian Hayes. Very poised, lefty. You know how we feel about our lefties. We love them and hate them all at the same time. I'm left-handed and I don't even like guarding lefties. It's just weird. But as you can see, he showed, promise to be able to create space off the dribble. He reminds me a lot of a left-handed Jamal Murray. They're not playing above the rim. They're sneaky, explosive when it comes to their first step and getting where they want to go. but they're in between game, the 3 to 10 foot range. They love shooting it. They got floaters. They got plenty of things to do, as you can see the step back there. So, anybody who could score in that intermediate level, especially who is able to come off the screen and roll, I love it because that's the area in which a lot of people don't take advantage of. As he gets up there, we'll just go ahead and stop it right there. What's you guys' thoughts?
I like to pick off top, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That type of bucket that they can get from the perimeter from this dude, just with his skill set, just off the balance. Pow, pow, pow. You know what I'm saying? 1-2. And he's sticking it, man. He got smooth left hand, Jay, man. I'm a lefty too. So, I can appreciate the southpaw, you know what I'm saying, in that way. But
hey, guarding their ass though.
Hey, I hate God. I would hate God me too.
Real talk.
I would hate God me too, because I got an assortment, you know what I'm saying? Because just when you think I'm all there, pop, but this ain't about me. This about the cat.
Do the pop out again. That was quick.
Just a pop, you know what I'm saying?
Left hand people just be a natural problem, especially when they know how to play them, man. It's just a natural problem, man. But me just playing childhood and then high school all against left-hand players, you got to think opposite. And that's what left-hand people think right. You got to think exact opposite of what they is to figure them out, because it's crazy when you get to thinking that way. You can guard anybody at that point. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I love the fact that he likes to go right into his step back, because most left-handers, especially that age, is not thinking about going right if you're a lefty, because you're so used to just getting to your left hand and doing what you want. So
that's working, MJ. That's that lab. That's that lab working.
And he
Because everything with a left-hand person, believe me, they got their left hand tied behind their back doing everything right hand.
And he not like overdriven with his left like James Harden. You know, you can send Harden and he don't want to come back to it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you cut his left off, he don't want to come back to his right, but he'll set you up for the step back. But if that ain't what he want, he gonna fall. I remember when Clay and Steph got him like that in the playoffs. He ended the game that way. Cut his left off. They tried to go back to, he wanted to go back to his right, do the step back and did, but he didn't have it there because Clay had slid up on him. Steph come to the other side, cut his left back off. When he went back to his left, got still, they down 0-2.
Yep.
Just that fast. It's like, what Earl say about the patterns?
Pattern player, non-pattern player. So we got the mix-up. This should be fun.
It's always an adventure with the Knicks. Jeremy's shaking his head, so I'm a little bit sad already.
I ain't even looked, but I'm ready to laugh.
Oh, you know who I think they got? I think they got the Iowa State boy. They might have got Halliburton.
That would be
that would be the pick you should get.
Cool.
That would be a very smart pick.
Cool.
Just do what you're supposed to do, New York. We want you good.
That would be a very smart pick.
I guess he didn't. Oh boy, what I'm gonna do, because I'm not watching it on purpose.
What I'm gonna do is, first thing is I'm gonna invite somebody in.
Okay.
So
all right,
one of our first guests of the night, hopefully not the last guest. We got our guy Artie getting ready to come in here. I'm getting ready to admit him in right now.
That's family. They ain't no guest.
I mean, the guru.
That's family, man.
Genius.
I'm just letting the man be a guest. Can he be a guest right now?
Man, he kick his feet on our couches, man. He ain't no guest.
He can't put his feet on my couch. He can't put his feet on my couch, but he can put his feet on. But I do have a table that he can prop his feet up on, though.
Okay, as long as he relax. Artie, what up, man?
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
Not much. Chilling, man. Thanks for joining us on this draft, man. What are some of your thoughts so far?
I'm just trying to figure out how to change my name to Bogdanovich. Because he's not coming here.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was looking nice for Milwaukee. I tell you that. It was actually looking about something.
It was looking real good. I saw good just a week ago.
So you see what Woj just put out there, huh, John?
What do you do?
The New York has been excited about Obi dropping to 8.
Look. Look.
I told y'all.
Don't he ain't get him yet. Don't we not that bad juju again have. Don't give me that bad juju right now. I don't need that in my life.
This is Ham's fault.
Them folks,
Let them get Halliburton. What they need Halliburton.
them folks got 10 power forwards already, man.
They got so many tweeners already. They got. So
I just want
many.
y'all to know. I just want y'all to know. This is one of those official moments where we just gonna say it. This is that skinny. Hey, skinny man. This is that conversation right there.
Come
Because
on,
I don't know what has
man.
been. I mean, I'm not. I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, what are we gonna do?
Okay, that,
Just
is
saying.
bad.
This is bad.
Rip
man.
the
This is
band-aid
bad.
off, damn it.
Oh,
Rip the
man.
band-aid off.
Hey man.
Hey, them folks need Archie
No.
Manning. Them folks need
Yo, this is crazy.
Archie Manning, man.
Rip it off. Well, they picked
Hey man,
somebody already.
shouts out to Les in the comments. He says, "Forget my couch." All right, big bro. Well, you can't come over then. How about that?
Dang, y'all ruthless. Ruthless.
Yeah, man. This is
Nah,
a
man.
Joe, I hope he goes to Washington because I'm gonna tell you this now. I have a basketball infatuation with Brad Beal. I want that man to win because that man is filthy. He is filthy. And he
Look.
deserves something. He deserves some type of help.
Freak.
And it's being said here that indeed the Knicks are looking at Obi as
Look away.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
See, now we got to change it to, man, I don't know, one of them 6'8", when we talk about the Knicks now, man.
So let's just review for the Knicks real quick. Let me just give me a second. You got Kevin Knox. You got Julius Randle.
6'8",
You got what's my name? Taj Gibson.
6'8",
You got Taj Gibson.
6'8",
You have my rookie boy that I like, the tall dude.
6'8".
Mitchell
Nah, he's
Robinson.
7 feet.
Okay.
The young boy I like.
6'8" up.
Okay, you got Bobby Portis.
Bobby
6'9".
Portis, 6'9".
So the 168 dude you should have picked in Halliburton, who could at least do something besides be in between all of that. You're choosing to not pick him, to pick another guy that Julius Randle is going to gun out. Julius ain't passing him that ball, B.
This is a case.
And I'm in tears.
Love the player, hate the pick.
This is a case of the Knicks not being cheeky.
Yes.
Halliburton is so much of a better pick. It's not about player.
Right.
The pick.
The pick should be Halliburton because you have RJ Barrett, who definitely is a scorer. You could take RJ Barrett off the ball. Halliburton is as pure a point, other than LaMelo. He's probably the purest point in the draft. He can defend. Halliburton as a pick makes so much more sense for the Knicks than Obi Toppin, who's now going to be in the land of the misfit toys, as MJ just named, with the 7 other power forward, center, 3.
They're like a used car station. Just got a bunch of Chryslers. I like Chrysler, but
now I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if James Dolan come in my sick dreams again, and he want to show me a highlight film, show me a highlight film of Obi Toppin, man.
At least
I'll watch that one.
Do us a favor.
Cause I'm not watching that one a number 23. I'm not watching that one.
I'm just hoping at this point that please let there be a trade.
Man, it gotta be, man. He deserves. I mean, Hollenberg is the pick, like you said. But I really think Obi Toppins deserves better.
It's hashtag free Obi already.
It's already. He deserves better.
That man ain't even put his cap on. It's free Obi already.
Listen to me very carefully. Please just listen. If I see Obi Toppin wearing a G League jersey, y'all might not hear from me for 3 days. I might be on the stakeout. Seriously.
They finna pick this man up.
I might be on the stakeout, man. I've been watching movies too. I've been learning.
Mitchell Robinson has been in the gym working on his handle, so he might be the point guard for him.
Yeah, you see the hezzy pull, that low sloppy hezzy pull. That
Hey,
hezzy
but-
took 4 seconds because his
but
arms
this-
is that low.
This shows.
Oh.
I would think if that happens, that would probably mean Denny to Washington.
Yeah.
I couldn't see anything other than Achua to Phoenix, and then Halliburton, which this will be interesting, to San Antonio.
No.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. So I'm gonna give y'all people in YouTube some behind the scenes of what Germ is over here doing. In our little internal chat, the man put Knicks to Obi with a bunch of exclamation marks. We're not excited.
At
We're
all.
not excited at all.
I'm hollow to Don Hoodie right now.
I'm not excited. About this at
Yo,
all.
if y'all don't get that battle rap reference, I don't know what to tell y'all because that was great. That's a
That
bar.
was tough.
That was bar. But I just want y'all to know that with the 8th pick, the Knicks have selected
Yes,
Obi
sir.
Toppin. Look, we already know who he is. We wanted one of them teams in the top 5 to take him because they could have did some things with him. I'm gonna say something good. As you see, I'm Obi-Wan Nick Obi. I just want you to know it is very important that we highlight 2 things about this kid. Number 1, he gonna compete. Number
Yeah.
2, he may be one of those guys that maybe go in day 1. He could be rookie of the year for the Knicks because he gonna get to put up all the shots he wants. That's all I'm gonna say.
Here, Jerm.
Hey man, they
What
got
about
2
that?
lefties. Hey, they got 2 lefties on that team that is guaranteed to take 46.7 shots in this game.
Hey, research.
Guaranteed.
already-
And
Look
with
up-
Dennis Smith.
Look up Obi. Is he from the New York area?
I don't know.
I think he's actually from New York, which you know how this rolls. Somebody
And that would make more sense.
Somebody
Yeah,
in
he
the
is.
crack research staff looked that up.
Brooklyn.
Okay,
He's
he's
from
from
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, so it makes sense now.
Oh, so you brought the Brooklyn dude home.
He got the best star generation. You gonna have him go
Okay.
home? Okay.
Oh,
He gets to go
Okay.
home?
uh-oh.
Poppy, where are my tickets? Nah.
Shout out
Instagram.
Casanova.
Alright.
Shout out Casanova.
MJ,
Fabulous.
if this was a director's cuts after you just did that, you know what would have happened. You
Yeah,
know
I
what
would
would have
have
happened.
been a whole gift.
Yeah, no. You would have been sitting at the computer looking at it by yourself. That's what would happen. you know what this is. Don't play with me. I heard that.
Is
Les Nas MJ. Les Nas MJ on that trash. No, I don't like it.
Dude, this is what you give me. When you give me a pick that don't make sense, you gotta give me. You go get the worst of me. Tell the Knicks to pick better, and you'll get a better MJ.
Now,
It's not hard.
Here's my question: if our man Joe's on, because the 9th pick is Washington, they're up next.
Joe actually
they're picking
asks why. Joe actually asks why is Denny falling, and I think Denny's falling because
All into
we gotta
Washington.
understand. Yeah, he went to Washington, and he's getting ready to be picked 9th by Washington. By the way, but with that,
Okay.
I just want it to be understood in one thing. The thing about Denny is, me and MJ talked about this again at 11 a.m. this morning. Denny is going to be a role player. So when you bring him in, is he worthy of a top 5 pick? Everybody who went up to this point, somebody feels like they have a role for him or an expanded role for him. Denny is probably going to have one role.
Who's the
And that's
small
kinda how
forward
it's
for
gonna go.
Washington right now?
Washington picked Denny.
Right, no, but I'm saying, but who was the small forward last year?
Rui Hachimura.
Huh?
Was he playing? Was he the 3 or was he the 4?
No, actually,
He
Troy
played
Brown
both.
played the 3. Troy Brown played the 3, so they didn't need a 3.
Huh?
What you get with Denny, in my opinion, Denny is Andres Nocioshi Part 2. Not great, not horrible. And he's going to a backcourt that is already an all-star caliber backcourt.
Right.
So his reads are going to be simple. And we know he can make the reads because you don't play on Tel Aviv without being able to have a high basketball IQ and know what you're doing. The man can flat out score it. He's smart. He can push it. He's a little bit faster with the ball than he looks as far as just going up and down the floor. His problem is he can't go one-on-one, which is fine if he's going to go on Washington because he ain't going to need to go one-on-one. Bradley Beal and John Wall going to do enough of that for everybody.
They're going to take care of that.
They're going to take care of that part, so he ain't got to worry about it. So I think this is a great fit for him. The only thing that I would worry about, too, is, just his defense on pick and roll defense. That would be the only thing that I would worry about. Can he stay in front of these guys? If he can, then you got a great value at the 9th pick. I mean, I think you got great value anyway because most picks between 6 and 10, they're either boom or bust. So you know what you're getting with this guy, and it could even be more because of the backcourt play. So shouts out to Washington for getting something that they need.
Yeah, on surface, I'm gonna get this over to Ham. On surface, I'm not upset at this pick. As I sit here and tell you, I'm not really that upset, to be honest.
And I'm looking at him just on the defensive end, just competing around the rim. You know, I'm like, okay, you know, I like just even that little gem. You know, I'm cool with that. Bring that to that culture that you got in DC. You know, with Hachimura, you know, and John Walker returning. Brad, I'm with Jerm on Brad. Brad kill him, man. You know what I'm saying? Brad don't get enough. You know, in my
Brad the
opinion.
hoop.
And it go back to the Brad is a part of that 210 that at least did make the playoffs, but they still weren't the best. But he was key in them getting there. You know what I'm saying? Within that first rookie contract. So it's something that DC need to be reignited in DC. You know, they needed the culture flip. Now, is Scott Brooks still their coach?
Yeah.
Yes.
Scotty B still out here, man.
Yeah.
Which is why you need IQ players to be able to see the forest through the trees.
And I'm not knocking Scott Brooks. But
No,
it's just one of those where you know what you get.
Hey, Roddy, no, it's this.
No, it's not.
No, we doing that.
I ain't trying
like
to
this watchtower.
Hey, I just run to play my point guard call, man. That's
Man, what? The point guard run this show.
Joe says Tommy Shepard over Ernie, and he puts
Nice.
laughing my ass off.
Yeah, I like
Nice.
Tom Shepard.
I mean,
Hey, he had
ball-
corduroys on, and he
Yeah,
shot the same shot over and
You
over.
know what I'm saying? The above the rim version and the one in DC. I like them both. They cool.
So who's
So
picking
Bogan, what's your thoughts, man?
I think that these last couple of picks, I'm with you guys from what you guys were saying earlier, is that there's got to be some trades coming at some point tonight for some of these top 9 teams. I'm thinking just moving forward to number 10 in Phoenix. We don't know who they picked yet, but their starting 5, it looks pretty good. I mean, it doesn't look bad. So do you guys think that they pick somebody with a role? Or do you think that they try to pick somebody to maybe, you know, replace Cam Johnson as a power forward or just something? I think they pick a role guy, like the best value here.
The 2 guys that I think in this spot, number 1 is Darius Vassell, the other Florida State wing. The other guy, now this might be a little bit high for him as far as a pick, but this might be time. It might be precious time right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all forget Tyrese still dropping.
Yeah.
I have an aging point guard. Who cannot play more than 35 minutes in a 72-game season.
Mm-hmm.
I saw already what he did with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Not to say he wasn't already good, but the levels that he took underneath Chris Paul's tutelage, come on now. Having Tyrese Halliburton with Chris Paul and Devin Booker is not a bad idea considering what OKC was able to do when they had guys much shorter doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they good value with this one. Tyrese Halliburton is the best player left on the board.
I think MJ to
you're
your point.
also real quick, just to throw this in there. That was also what we was talking about with the Rubio trade.
Yeah.
So that's the other option there as well for this whole situation as well. So just thinking about those things, just throw that out there.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good call. I think if you're Phoenix, you can go best player available, and if Halliburton is best player available at 10, I can rock with that. I think you can go with that. I think Halliburton of the sale, but I just wouldn't be shocked. You know, the scouts have really liked Precious as his
I like him too.
as the motor, the competitiveness, the intensity that he plays. Yes, he's not the most skilled dude. He doesn't wow you with the scoring. But in this very athletic, energetic NBA that we play in these days, Precious at 10 would not surprise me. Again, a little high for my taste, but it wouldn't surprise
He
No,
got a lot.
I said in the mock that he should go to Phoenix. So I agree with you.
He got some Bam in him. You know, just in the sense of that motor. He's not as skilled as Bam, but he got that kind of motor and he got that kind of work ethic to, you know, get better, you know, skillfully. So, and
Trav done switched his name. Yeah, y'all fixing the pick, ain't y'all, Trav?
Nah, we got after Nick, so we after Phoenix. We
Oh, I know y'all go jump on Halliburton, even though y'all already got DeJounte.
Man, we got too
John,
many
yes,
combo
sir.
balls. Man.
I want to tell you. I'm gonna give you a request right now. If the Spurs pick Precious at 12, cut Trav Mike immediately. I might have Mike and his camera. If Precious gets picked by the Spurs at 12, telling you right now,
I would love that pick. I'm not gonna lie. I would love.
Trav's gonna get us put off YouTube if that's the pick.
I would love for Precious. I love for Precious. And if we wanted, if I ain't gonna even say it. We got bait. I'm gonna tell you that. We got bait. We got bait. That's all I'm gonna say. If he lands to us, we have somewhat leverage to pull the trigger.
Man, we are an hour and a half in. How are you guys doing with us and staying in the chat? Look like we lost some people. Probably had to cook.
Give us some chat. Give us some chat questions. Give us some chat answers. Give us some chat comments.
Is it surprising?
We really don't have anything.
I know
really
that-
going in the chat right now. Go ahead, Artie.
Okay.
I know. I think they have 3, but is it surprising that Boston hasn't moved up at all?
No.
No, because Danny Ainge is a hoarder.
First of all, Danny Ainge is gonna piss me off because he got all them snipers on his bench. He still got point guards that ain't played yet that is good, like Carson Edwards. They could have used Carson Edwards' sniper ability in that series they lost last year. I'm serious because Kemba wasn't knocking down no jumpers at first. Yes, I said it. I don't care.
Here's the problem, Jern. Here's the problem. You paid Kemba.
That's the problem. You sure you're right? That is the problem. You paid Kemba.
You paid Kemba. So you paid him to sit down? Nah.
If he need to sit down so Carson can knock down a couple threes, yeah, he gonna have to. But it's for the cause of this team. I don't care.
Hey, we are a group that specialize in the inside of things. That's an outside deal, which I agree with you on. But the inside of things, when you getting paid, you got to play even if you slow or not.
I just Danny, you hear the same thing in every press conference tomorrow. We really like this player at this spot, yada yada yada. Danny Ainge is the king of we almost did something. Nobody has almost made more trades than Danny Ainge.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Big shot. Talk your stuff, man. Go ahead.
And so, to your question, Artie, with these 3 first-round picks, with players you could probably move to really get something, aka James Harden, no, he won't do it because Danny Ainge is a collector of draft picks and likes to be, I'm the smartest guy in the room for not doing anything.
Real quick, some breaking in for some picks coming up, or a pick coming up. We got the Suns targeting. I can't talk now. Jalen Smith here. So make sure y'all understand that. Hey man, we got the powder blues coming back. Go ahead. Kill him with the thrillers going on.
The Ricky Rubio trade is now official. He is going back to Minnesota. The OKC is dealing him for the 17th pick in exchange for giving the Wolves Rubio the 25th and the 28th. Back to the bench I go.
Okay.
Nice pop-up. Nice pop-up.
I just like seeing a hoodie. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, the hoodie
is dope.
I don't. He's truly living up to the Schefter name.
Yes.
With the pop-ins, with the updates. That's what
okay, so Rubio to Minnesota.
And OKC gets
another pick.
2.
Them folk got 19 picks, man.
I ain't saying.
Yeah.
Them folks finna get 20 picks. They working on 20.
Let me go on record too. I apologize, Lester, if I offended the JUCO culture. Just know I played at JUCO, so when I speak from it, I lightheartedly speak from experience. Now, also too, Les JUCO, I don't even count it as a JUCO because his team is talented enough to beat D1 players. I was in a state junior college in California where it's just 106 mixed teams, just all mixed in one bag. You got some NBA type teams and you got some teams that's trash. So I was just in the mixed bag. My team was somewhere in between NBA and trash. I was somewhere in there.
So Morris is trash.
So, yo, man, free D'Angelo.
Oh,
Smith,
yeah.
Smith is the pick.
From Minnesota? D'Angelo?
Just
Talk to
let D'Angelo have his point guard spot for 35 minutes a night and let it be.
I tell you what, the last time he did it, he was an all-star.
Just
He
let
sure
it be,
was.
man.
That's that skinny, man.
Come on, skinny man.
It's crazy. But you know what? Let me say something. This is the classic situation where what they're going to do is they're going to try to use some of these different things for the guard by rotation type of thing going on. And I think that's what it's going to be. I think because we're with Rubio, with Russell, and with Edwards, just in case, that gives you the ability to play either one of them together, or you can play both of them together with Russell off the ball, with Edwards off the ball, and with Big Cat in the pick and roll. So that's another thing that this could be for. Your best 5 hoopers could be that lineup with those two guards, Rubio, Big Cat, and I forget who else they have on their roster right now. It escapes me, but that could be their part of their best 5 right there. Who knows?
Credit you giving them way too much credit. That's not
okay.
it.
I'm trying.
The problem is they can't understand that D'Angelo is a hooper and they don't know how to. They never know what to do with hoopers. All they do is have them come off the bench and play against the second unit. They do that to every hooper. They did to Jamal Crawford. They tried to do it AI. AI wasn't going. Like as soon as you show that you cannot win a championship playing your way, they automatically just say 6-man. And it's like you don't have to. He can start too. Just because he can score don't mean that he can't be in the first unit and also run point. It is a such thing as being a basketball player and being able to do everything that's needed to win. But you can't do that if you're just trying to categorize this dude into something that he could be so much more than. So,
does he come off the bench? So here's a question: does he come off the bench, or does Edwards come off the bench?
Edwards start.
You start your number 1.
Edwards start. D'Angelo start. Both of them start.
Yeah.
Then you would go with either a Kogi or Culver, whichever one has the better whatchamacallit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Culver. Yep.
I think you should start Naz Reid with Karl Anthony Towns, and I think you can roll.
Yes. So the reason I'm suspect on a trade is I don't like Rubio coming off the bench because typically your first guard off the bench.
Should be a killer.
You don't have to be Jamal Crawford, but you got to be more of a scorer as a first guard off the bench.
Oh, well, take Naz Reid out and put Rubio in. I'm sorry.
I don't like Rubio as a quote-unquote 6-man in that role. I think Rubio is a starter. I think Rubio is a starter, maybe not 35 minutes a night starter, but I don't think Rubio is a 6-man is effective. That's why I'm that trade is a little sketchy to me.
The only way if Rubio was to come out the bench, somebody else better come off with him.
Yeah.
No, I think they start him. They're gonna start him with D'Angelo and have D'Angelo off the ball because once again they want him to score because they're trying to define who he is, even though his court vision is like the same as Lonzo Ball's on the low. Nobody talks about that.
That man good, man. He good.
He can play. He all-star.
Hey, is there any movement on this Phoenix pick? We been here.
Yeah, they took Jalen.
They took Jalen Smith.
They did take it.
I thought it was just a target.
No, they took Jalen.
Yeah,
Okay.
anytime you get they say targeting, that normally means that's who they're going to take normally. That's why I say with the quotations.
That's a little high. That's a little high for him.
So I guess you're probably saying that DeAndre Ayton is in foul trouble a lot. So we need somebody else that can be athletic and do at least 1/4 of the things that he could do as far as on offense goes. And that's what they're gonna do. I don't even know how I'm trying to make sense of this. I don't understand this pick.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a player off the bench. Defensively, I just really don't get it with any lineup that they could run out there. Defensively, it doesn't make sense. I don't know if they just want to score like 130 points a night but I don't know. Defensively, this doesn't help. I guess you can do pick and pop or pick and roll with either guy you have. I don't know. This doesn't make sense at all.
I like Jalen Smith is not here.
And
And
also,
now-
Vassell to San Antonio.
Oh, Vassell, they were hurried up and got Vassell. That's
Yeah.
now we got some questions now. Let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen because I need to see Trav face. We got some questions over there, Trav. Hey, y'all got more wings than a party.
Hey man,
A party I want to be at.
we finna trade some lunches for some Skittles or sneakers or something, man. We
Y'all
finna trade
got a
some
lot
chips
of
or something,
wings.
man. We got too many. We finna trade some lunches because some of them gotta go.
Hey, you like mild sauce? That's the good news, right?
Yeah, I like mild sauce. But the fact of the matter is we need more chicken. We got more sauce than chicken now. We gotta get some more chicken. I mean, okay, but
They got the wingettes too. They don't got the full wing that you got to break off, and you can
Right.
either eat a little bit of the wing because it's fried a little bit.
Right. It's
you
broken
got the
off.
wingettes.
They got them winglets.
Yeah, we
Yeah, they
got the
got the
winglets. The winglets. Oh man,
AFC ones too. Them other things be as big as a quarter.
what is
Like, what
Boston
type of
pick?
chicken is this? What type of
What is
chicken
Boston?
is it over here?
What is
who's
Boston
our next,
pick?
Who's our next like 3-4 picks? We got who?
We do New Orleans in the mix. I think New Orleans. No, Sacramento and New Orleans.
Ooh. Sacramento.
I think
Now-
Sacramento getting precious there. I think Sacramento getting precious.
Nah, they not. Sacramento will get a backup point guard because that's what Sacramento do. They just make
Oh,
wrong picks.
yeah, they will.
At
But
this
if they
point, I'm just rooting for the wrong pick because I'm already frustrated.
Oh, okay.
So
We
you got
might as well have fun with this
Sacramento-
thing.
you got
Kings,
Sacramento-
Pelicans. Go ahead.
Sacramento at 12, Pelicans at 13, Celtics at 14.
Oh, I was right. Cool.
And then the
Magic
Magic are
at
coming out
50.
after that. Mm-hmm.
So I do like Devin Vassell. I think Devin Vassell, ironically, is DeMar DeRozan with hopefully a 3-pointer.
I hope
That's what
so.
he reminds me of. That's why it doesn't make sense because I'm like, you already got DeRozan. What are we gonna do with him?
Mhm.
And you got the other boy that came out of Colorado that came out of nowhere. And you got Rudy Gay. I can keep going. Y'all got more wings than a little bit. I'm trying to tell you.
No,
Man, we got wings. We got
I
too many.
swear. Hey,
We got
man,
too many. We got to
I
get
Pick
rid
is
of them.
in for the Kings, y'all.
because I try not to let my face give away my expression or give away what happened to the folks on YouTube. But what that pick that just came in really upsets me.
I told you they were gonna get a point guard.
The Kings have selected Tyrese Halliburton.
I told you.
Lord have mercy.
I'm just sitting here looking like, see, this be the thing. This be my issue. You be having some of the, like, what's wrong with my guy De'Aaron Fox with Corey coming off the bench after him?
The only thing, and we ain't got Ham in the mix enough, so we're gonna get Ham back in the mix. The only thing I'm gonna say about this is, and somebody posted this in the Facebook group, if the whole Buddy Hield wants out thing is true, you do need a running mate with De'Aaron Fox and Halliburton. So if that's true, I'll honor it. But on surface, again, I like the player. I don't like the fit.
Lottery teams will lottery.
Man.
Yo, that man
I know.
Say
started
it
a whole
again.
new one.
I've been
Say it
laughing
again.
at these last handful of picks, man, and I'm just like, yo, these folks are just, this is like an annual event for them to do this every year. Just make.
We got a little news real quick on the Pelicans. They are discussing an actual trade here. Just so
Okay.
y'all know, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. But continue. Go ahead, guys.
That's the first thing that makes sense in a while.
Man,
You
I'm gonna
see?
be honest with y'all. Like, I'm really at a loss for words because I just think sometimes this is a typical. You know the reason why I'm at a loss for words, because in 2020, here's what we were not supposed to do. We were not supposed to overthink it. We were supposed to go with the flow of things and make the right decisions. And guess what we have not done all year is make good decisions. We have made emotional and irresponsible decisions, and it has shown right here, right now, and I'm sick of it. Sorry.
You know who do make right decisions? Tyrese Halliburton. And as we got him playing right now, this dude is doing mad work right now. While y'all talking, I'm just thinking in my head.
Ah, man.
I'm thinking in my head how it could work. I mean, like, I like Fox, I guess, because he could shoot it. He's like, I don't know.
Now, maybe you do the OKC thing.
Maybe.
OKC last year, they played Paul Schroeder and SGA together a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to play Fox, Hield, and Halliburton together, I can sign up for that.
I like his game. I like his game a lot.
What is that? That's like 6'4", 6'5", and 6'6", right?
Yeah. I don't think De'Aaron is that tall, but you know
Yeah,
what?
maybe like about 6'2".
But
Six,
again,
two.
But you know, in this
But
league,
he got that bounce.
and
Yeah.
we
That's
just
a
watched
filthy cat.
Houston. Hey, we just watched the Houston roll out 5 dudes that was 6'6" and under.
That's true.
Whatever.
Nah, what?
That's true.
And try to survive.
Houston brought their open run squad to the NBA.
What?
How do you guys think Halliburton transitions to the NBA? Because I saw him play in high school here in Wisconsin, and he played the same in high school as he played in college, in my opinion. Like,
I really would have loved the Knicks to pick him. As much as I'm not a Knicks fan, him and RJ Barrett to me would have made so much sense.
Because you needed that point. You needed that point. You needed
Somebody to balance out RJ. You needed somebody to balance out RJ.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, just looking at the kid, I mean, it speaks for itself. I mean, there's nothing he can't do on the floor. Movements are fluid. Clearly, he needs to get some weight on him, but that will come.
MJ,
Like,
what was his height again, brother?
6'6", legit. He legit 6'6".
So you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna probably have De'Aaron Fox meet, go get off the ball, use that speed, and they're gonna probably play them two together. It makes sense to an extent if you look at it from that perspective, because I'm only trying to make it make sense at this stage for everybody.
If I tell you what, Jerm, if they're serious about moving Buddy, I can honor it. I absolutely will. That what you're saying, I honor that. If that's what ends up happening.
And that's the key thing, because you just lost one of your wings and your other wing won out. So now you kind of have to put the pressure of putting De'Aaron Fox more on the wing. You kind of have to, because you lost all of them, and then the only other wing that they have is Harrison Barnes right now, who's worth talking about. But we don't know what Harrison Barnes we're gonna get. Harrison Barnes has been shot since 2016, so I don't know what's going on. But look, skinny man, come on, skinny man. That's what it is.
Yeah, Harrison definitely was one of my Ron's favorite players in the draft a couple of years back. So I kind of rock with Harrison for a little bit, but it's going south.
Yeah.
Hey, Keelan in the comments acting up. KG in the comments acting up. He said he wanted Trav to be muted, and he said he wanted Jerm to be muted next. What y'all say? What y'all say about the KG?
No, it was probably because of if I had got Precious.
Oh.
So the Pelicans, is this Precious? Is this where we get Precious?
Let's check and see.
I mean, New Orleans trying to trade the pick, so I don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah, where are they at anyways? I mean, they got Bledsoe.
13. You at 13?
They've got Hill coming off the bench. I mean, they have Zion. They have Brandon.
But They played -8 defense last year.
Man, what? Get the ball out of the basket, go.
Okay, so I gotta say this about New Orleans because it is warranted. Alvin Gentry is not a bad coach, but when you have
Say it
a
one more
young
time.
team,
One
when you
more
have
time.
a young team who doesn't know how to figure it out on their own, and you're telling them to figure it out on their own, the result is what you saw. Alvin Gentry is a coach that you need to be able to get already made. The team needs to already be established. Players need to already be established. You can't give him a young team because he's going to be like, you should be able to know this already. That's why bringing Stan Van Gundy in is actually a good move for the first step because Stan Van Gundy is a great teacher. He's very anal about what he wants. He's no nonsense about what he wants. Maybe he adjusts a little bit like Coach Carlisle.
You see that? You see that big shot? You see
that's
that?
fun.
And this is really gotten
That's
interesting. This has really gotten interesting.
That's very interesting.
Now, remember on the show, because now we're talking about the Pelicans, and now I'm going to transition from the coaches to the players because we just got some information. If you didn't remember on the show, I stated that the Pelicans should look to get a point guard that can shoot it just in case Lonzo Ball can't make his free throws.
Pick is in.
So the New Orleans took my advice. They just didn't get the player that I thought they was going to get. I'll let Jerm do the rest.
All right. So with the next pick in the draft, we got the Pelicans taking this. It looks like, is that Kyra Lewis?
Kyra Lewis. Good pick.
I don't know why. I don't know. I got a friend named Kira. I don't know why. That's her name spelled the same way. I'll be, y'all know I can't never pronounce nobody. Yeah, I mean,
that's what it struck for me too.
Kyra Lewis got a little Jamal Crawford in him.
Mm-hmm.
He has a little Jamal Crawford in him. He has some Jamal Crawford in him, but he's more of a pure point guard than Jamal. Jamal was a pure scorer. Right. So when you see Kyra Lewis, you're going to see him get up and down the floor. You're going to see him shrink the court, a la John Wall. John Wall, beat De'Aaron Fox. He has that type of dynamic. I would have loved to see him at Kentucky, actually. I only could imagine what Calipari would have did with a guy like that, even though they had enough good guards. But neither here nor there. So as we go ahead and pull the game film up on him, as you can see, he can score at all three levels, loves running the pick and roll, which is a staple in the offense now. I mean, I would love to see what he can do coming off the bench with the second unit with Josh Hart, maybe either Brandon Ingram or Zion on the floor at the same time because they're probably going to interchange each other for the rotation. But as you can see, he'll make you pay. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the things that we're seeing right now, they're transferable. I think he turns it over a lot. He has a tendency to do too much, has a tendency to go too deep. But what dynamic point guard who's used to doing what they want don't make those flaws. So I'm interested to see it. I don't know how much clock he's going to get starting off. I really don't. New Orleans is lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with Stan Van Gundy, he's an old school guy. He ain't playing a 10-man rotation like ever. I don't even think he knows what that is. He gonna find the 8 that he like. Everybody else, if somebody get injured, be ready. Other than that, y'all might as well put a suit on. Grab a clipboard.
If you Boston,
about to pick.
Do you go with Precious? Theus is gone now.
Yeah.
I think Theus is gone.
No, they're going to get a guard. They're going to get Cole Anthony, or they're going to do something that doesn't make sense. Because they already have 5 guards, so they got to get a 6th one, right?
They could use Precious would not be a bad pick.
They're not going to get a big.
I'm thinking, is there any other? There's the one kid they were talking about, but he like 7 foot, 160 pounds. He wild skinny.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce his name. Foreign cat.
Mm-hmm.
I think size would be appropriate for them at this
They
point.
need a foot. I think they need a footer.
Yeah, size would be appropriate.
Kyle Precious is what, 6'8", 6'9"?
6'9".
They already got
He has the
William.
wingspan though. He has the wingspan. He can guard bigger people.
Yes, he does.
I mean, but it's kind of like getting Robert Williams Part 2, but I think Precious care a little bit more. They're saying Aaron Naismith, another shooter, another guard. You already got Romeo Langford, who don't play at all.
Now,
Well, Boston, you won't. Boston.
Now, here's what I say about this though with Naismith. Now, he's not ready to step in and beat us right now, but he got an NBA skill shooting the basketball.
Shoot.
Ooh.
Come in and do that.
Big Shot, go ahead and just announce it.
Aaron Nesmith, Vanderbilt. So he's the pick for Boston. He has an NBA skill. He comes in. Also, if they are serious, because it seems like what these Twitter streets are saying is they would like to really get out from under Gordon Hayward.
I don't blame him for $30 million. I don't blame him.
So you don't really have, if you look at their team, we talk about all the guards they have. They don't really have another wing behind Tatum and Brown. So this pick makes sense. An NBA skill he comes in with, and you need depth on the wing.
Yeah.
This actually, I like it. I think this is as far as a player to pick as a fit, this isn't bad at all.
No, they could have done much worse. I think they probably was shocked that he even dropped because a lot of folks had him going to New Orleans. But the way this draft has been going, we don't know what's going to happen. But the one thing that I'm going to say about Aaron is he's going to have to conform to probably a 3DA guy, in which he's good athletically, but not great. So he's going to have to, hopefully Brad Stevens can put him in a defensive system to be able to hide his weaknesses. But, I mean, we said this on the show. He's a byproduct of Jerry Stackhouse, who's the head coach there. Jerry Stackhouse taught him how to score at every level. He's going to be able to find money in the NBA. The question is, can he find playing time? Because, once again, that pecking order in Boston is
All right.
deep.
I like this pick here. I think I called this, and we talked about this.
I want them to see my face on this one.
With the next pick in the 15th
This is the
pick.
one they should do. They should do that.
And we talked about this. We talked about this on the live. With the 15th pick, we got the Orlando Magic taking Cole Anthony.
Okay.
We talked about this. This was a pick. This is good job, Orlando. This is what you needed. This is what you needed. This is better than the rest of this SH we've been seeing for the last little while. Good job. Go ahead, MJ. Take it away.
So what I'm going to do with him, what I'm going to do with Cole Anthony is I'm going to actually put up his high school highlights only because of the injury that he suffered in North Carolina. You didn't really get a chance to see what he's really capable of. The things that they said, the narrative about him, I thought was very unfair because North Carolina had one of the worst seasons. The reason why is because he missed most of the games. When he played the first 4 games, they were engaged. They were 4-0. So he's sneaky athletic. He has the ability to get to the rack. He has that ability to create something out of nothing. There's that sneaky athleticism I was referring to. Yeah, we're going to go to the slam one on this one. But he has the ability to be able to create something out of nothing when your offense breaks down. And that's perfect. Here I am sounding like them. But that's perfect for a guy who you just need a spark off the bench for, because Orlando already got Markelle Fultz starting, who I think is a great playmaker, and he's starting to come into his own. This guy is the guy that could come off the bench and just hit you with a, whoa, I did not see that coming. Almost like a Ben Gordon type. And he can even be good enough to start your team. Trav, what's your thoughts on him?
He has the DNA to play basketball. He just has the DNA, the dog, the know-how. He's been around the league. I mean, look at the Currys and everybody else. His daddy was in the league. His dad was on one of the most dominant college teams to ever play the game of basketball. This is a nice pick for the Orlando Magic. This is a nice pick. He can put him out there now.
As you can see, he's dancing on youngster right now.
Put him out there now.
It's kind of bad.
Trav, I agree. If you are Orlando, you say Cole, 35 minutes a night.
Right now.
Let the chips fall where they may.
You in the East. You in the East. You going to see Kyrie. You going to see Drew. You going to see them dogs up there at Toronto. That's your experience. But with experience like that, you get better.
He needs to play.
And let me Go ahead.
Unless he is, and we talked about this with Kobe White last year in similar form in Chicago. Unless he has a behavior problem, which we don't know Cole Anthony to be, I'm just saying that. Unless he is like that type of dude, you play him 30 minutes a night. Whatever mistakes he makes. Whatever cold shooting nights, he has them. You just let it go.
And
it's
this
like
is
the Pistons wanted Aaron Naismith, which means could another wing come off the board? We shall see. John?
just to really wrap this up about Cole. The thing is, one of the things that we see in that series against Giannis and the Bucks, they needed scoring from somebody other than Big Vucevic. They really needed the scoring. So now having somebody else to put pressure on it and a better point guard in that system to help with that pick and roll and those type of things and would help with that action, I think that is a big step in the right direction for them, and that they'll figure it out as they go. But here's a question for everybody here. Now, what happens to the former number 1 overall pick of a couple of years ago? What do we take this of Mr. Markelle Fultz? How does this help?
Markelle Fultz goes to the 2. For me, I think he showed enough last year that, hey, you can do the Marcus Smart thing. You do the Marcus Smart thing. You're a little bit smaller 2 guard. I just really believe you cannot have Cole, and you cannot spoon feed Cole Anthony minutes next year.
Now throw him in that fire.
You have to play him.
DJ Augustine, sit down somewhere. Kevin Durant is no longer beside you.
DJ Augustine. Go ahead, Jam.
Especially with the narratives that they had about the cat coming in.
Oh my God.
You add fuel to that. And you put him in a spot where, like we all agree, he should get the keys coming through the door. It's your show. Let's roll. Trav alluded to it earlier. It's in his DNA. I'm looking at him and I'm kind of going back. I'm that old school hoop head like that where I can go back and I can remember Greg Anthony at UNLV. A lot of that same explosion, but he wasn't as athletic as what Cole is.
Or maybe not as smooth either.
Not
as smooth.
Right. But Greg was legit,
Yeah, absolutely.
in the same fashion, but it's at that same time, it's like, what he came off of last year, then the narratives that, because we were even asking, how Cole dropping like this?
Right.
To where we were seeing him projected at the time, but Orlando in a bad spot. No state tax started off good weather. You got the keys.
And I just think, how long if you are Orlando, can you just continuously be sauceless, seasonless 8 seed?
It's not getting you nowhere.
It's not getting you anywhere. You're not I can see if you 8 seed, 6 seed, 3rd seed, there's progress. Y'all are 8 or 7 every year with no sauce, nothing to look forward to, nothing you could build on. I don't care if you finish 12th in the East, cool. Give Cole his 35 minutes a night next year.
And it's funny that everybody is on agreement with this because I look over in Denver and see how they use Jokic and Murray, in which they say, okay, Murray, you can get whatever bucket you want. Jokic will be the point guard. Orlando could very well be the Denver of the East. They have the depth, they have the length. Now they have a dynamic guard that if you have him turn in the corner off a screen and roll, you're going to see some special stuff.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yes.
Like I said, this was my guy. This was my guy I mentioned at the top of the telecast too.
I'm glad he didn't drop. I'm glad he didn't drop.
Me too. You can't drop past 15 if you can do everything. 3-level scorers, you can't drop them. If you can 3-level score, how many 3-level scorers are there in the NBA that are potent, especially at the point guard position?
The only question I have about the Orlando Magic is, can you get enough to keep Aaron Gordon there?
I don't want Aaron Gordon there. I'm sorry. No offense.
I was waiting on that.
I don't want Aaron Gordon there.
I'm with
That's
MJ.
why I asked. That's why
get him out of there.
I don't want him. I don't want him there because
I don't want like Blake
our
Griffin.
team will be better without him. No offense. because right now Mo Bamba cannot get on the floor because of this dude. And we've seen what Mo Bamba can do. Mo Bamba win the game and hit 6 threes. He plays above the square, probably at the top of the backboard. A rap song came out naming him. How you gonna have a dude on the bench with his own rap song?
Rap song.
And let me tell you, let me just say this about Mo as well. And
Mo
another
gotta
thing
play.
that and Mo is one of those very, very select bigs that can actually make it very interesting, especially on the defensive end when it comes to switching on them smaller guards. He can give that cushion because of that exceptional length. And if they get into his body, he does have exceptional length to be able to contest at the rim. So I want y'all to understand that this is not our average dude we talking about here. So with the 16th pick, just so y'all know, we can throw this in there. 16th pick, Pistons are selecting Isaiah Stewart. I'm going to actually let Big Shot go ahead and take that away.
Me and Ham gonna talk about this because me and Ham both had the same look. Flashed on it. Isaiah Stewart is playing 20 years too late. He is 1990s power forward all day long. He not a stretch anything. That's back to the basket. That's offensive rebounding. He's that. If you out, and this film gonna show it. That mid-range jumper you just saw is the longest shot you probably gonna see on this clip. A bit of three. This is an interesting pick because to me, this signals. Now I'm not saying he's better than Blake Griffin. I want to be very, very clear. But this signals a style change, drafting him at this spot. Cam, you look a little quizzical look on your face too. What you think?
I mean, we passed lottery, so I can't even use the slogan. But I don't dislike it. I'm indifferent about this one because it's like, okay, next pick. You know, who next on the clock, man? Because I don't see it being impactful anytime soon if it's going to be impactful. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I see that like that, and it can very well be impactful and be like, yo, I was wrong. But as for now, on draft night, I don't see it. Just
I'm gonna say this. The next dumb pick I see, I'm gonna leave.
You
I
know
don't think you'll
what?
be here. I don't think you'll be here that much longer then.
I don't either.
You know what? You know what? We first did a cry for Avi. We gotta do a cry for Precious now. We gotta do a cry.
Whoa.
He finna go.
Whoa.
We gotta do something.
Portland can get Precious, right? Is this Portland's pick?
Yeah, he finna go to a squad.
Okay.
Hey, look.
It's the Timberwolves are on the clock right now, but just the way this is looking out. Oh, is it Portland? Oh, okay, it's Portland.
No, it's Portland.
Portland
is on the clock.
Portland's on the clock.
But Portland has an interesting situation. Don't they have a few bigs too? I mean, it's tough. But the way that it's looking in terms of how these teams are set up, you then have what? Dallas, Brooklyn, and Miami.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
And Denver already got a plethora of creative players that can hoop on their team.
And they go pick another one in Jaden McDaniel. Now,
the Knicks do pick again at 23, right?
yes.
Yes.
I care less though.
This is the pick.
What? You know what? I'm not gonna leave. I won't leave. Not yet.
That's the dude that's
Go ahead and announce it, MJ.
I get it.
This
Here's the reason why I'm not gonna leave.
That's the
I'm not going to leave.
80-pound dude.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave because he might win the Yi Yanling Award. Y'all remember when Yi Yanling got drafted and he was killing a bunch of chairs and cones? And he finessed the league to an 8th pick just off dribbling around cones.
Oh, wow.
Y'all remember that? Now, he didn't do this. He actually played against good talent. But once you see this guy, you're going to understand that this dude is going to take some time, which I can't understand why Portland will invest into him, because I'm assuming you got CJ McCollum not getting any younger. You got Damian Lillard not getting any younger. I would want to think that you want to win now. So as you can see, you know, rim protector, also like to play the perimeter, running the pick and pop there, but nothing special, nothing spectacular. I
Now,
mean,
let me get on my J Ham level of petty with this pick. Just judging off of the highlights.
oh, they playing in the rec league.
Anytime you playing in the gym where I can see the back wall,
This is why we brothers, I swear.
They playing in the rec league.
I can see the back wall of your gym.
And it's not championship week.
Now, in his defense, I think he should tithe to Giannis 10% of his check, because that's what got him picked here. Because remember, Giannis had the same type of highlight going on, and he played at a D3 level overseas, in which people was like, but can he do this at this level? And he worked his butt off to get here.
Man.
I don't think that's going to be the case for this dude. Let's be real.
I will absolutely, I will honor that. But yo, when I see your back wall, the side wall,
I see the door.
and I can
Look at
count
the door.
the chair,
It's right there.
and I can count the chairs individually on the bench. I can tell you how many chairs on your bench.
Just
Brother.
for clarification, he was picked by Minnesota, but he's going to OKC.
Makes
Oh,
perfect sense.
That's such a
Hey, OKC swinging for everything. This is why they got the 20 picks. I'm going to let y'all be real. They got 20 picks. Go ahead.
He's going to have a night, and it's just going to be because of the amount of shots he's going to put up. But he's going to have a night where he's going to shoot. He's going to score like 30 or 40 one game this season, and we're going to be like, whoa.
Hey, they might keep him back overseas, man. He might be a stash.
Yeah. He got to eat some bread.
He's 18, right?
Yeah, he's real. He young too.
Okay.
He
Yeah, baby.
At 23.
He like a bootleg Chet Holmgren. He like the bootleg.
They might
Child
either G League or take him back overseas and keep him on a contract till he get back and right, man.
They could have just
Now,
applied.
I see
They could have
Sam
just applied
Preston.
and drafted Chet. If that's the case.
See, Sam Preston ain't slick, man. I thought he was playing ID Clearwater. No, he gambling in Vegas. He's getting as many chips as possible until he wins. So if he's swinging this on these first three picks, he got 17 more to go. I can't miss them all.
Can't miss them all. Okay.
I can't miss them all. All I need is about 2 to flip, and then everybody else will trade everything for role players.
So real quick, fellas, just so we can understand something. Well, with the situation here, we got Portland and Detroit actually traded. It looks like here at 16.
Okay.
So that means that Portland is the team that ended up taking
Stewart.
Isaiah
Okay.
Stewart.
Okay.
So that's what actually happened there. And then right now, that 17th pick was Minnesota. Obviously, Dallas is now on the clock at 18. Just to update everybody for those things.
We appreciate it.
All right.
We just flowing.
Stewart isn't bad. Stewart isn't
So
bad. for Portland.
Dallas
No,
right
not.
here. Trav, what was your guy's name?
Precious.
No, the guard. You talking about
Tyrell Taylor.
That man got his name on his bond.
Tyrell Terry.
Well, never mind, because I think the pick just came through. But Dallas could use a guard right here. A guard or a wing is not bad right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
Shoot, they might well get somebody overseas.
Because and especially, hey, let me tell you something. We saw the trade rumor today. I don't hope for many things to happen, y'all, when it comes to trade rumors, because a lot of times they don't happen. I am absolutely here for Danilo Gallinari to Dallas. Sign me up. Give me Luca, Gallo, and the unicorn.
Yeah.
We are here. If that happens, that might be my team next year. I am signed up for Luca, Gallo, and unicorn together.
Don't false and get it.
So with the pick, they picked
Oh
Josh
my!
Green.
Hold
Oh,
on,
no.
hold on.
Yeah,
Josh Green is the pick here, right here. But real quick, just so y'all know, the Clippers are trading Landry Shamet to the Nets for the 19th pick.
Are they getting? I don't know who they're gonna get. They might get Precious to replace Harold.
Yeah.
So you won't have to pay him.
You know what that smells like to me?
What
It's a
smell like?
minor, it's a minor move, but you know what that says to me? Spencer and Carice, call your realtor.
They trying to do it. They finna do it. We said this at
Call your realtor.
the 6:30. We started at 6:30. We talked about this.
Look,
We talked about
Look.
this.
if
I'm
this
sorry,
Harden
Josh
thing-
Green, but I'm sorry. This is breaking news. That's important in news right there.
if this Harden thing is real,
It's real.
you have to clear out. We don't need another rookie cap slot. Don't need it.
Nope.
And we don't need, and the guard that we bring on got to be more of a role player type guard. LeVert,
God,
Spencer, U-Haul is open Monday through Saturday. I think to me, this is the minor tweak deal that starts the squeaky wheel on Harden.
And Shamit already on like a rookie type deal, correct?
You looking for role players to fill around 3. You looking for role players to fill around them 3.
because after all, they are like you do have 3.
Mhm.
It's like accounting for 35% of the cap.
Oh no, Ham. That won't be 35%. I want you to know that's going to be, if these 3 players are assembled on a roster, they will come up to about $105 million just between those 3 players. We got 37 for Slim Reaper. You got 37 for James Harden and 31 for Kyrie. And next year, both Harden and KD are making 40. Just so y'all know, next year they making 40.
And Cat kicking in on his 10-year stuff next year too.
So here's what's going on. There's a lot going on.
Uh-oh.
The Clippers
The
sending
Clippers
number
back.
19 via Brooklyn to the Pistons, and they will receive Luke Kennard, and the Nets are going to receive Landry Shamet. So the Pistons are getting the number 19 pick. Kennard is going to the Clippers.
Huh.
Boom. There it
Who
is.
finna shoot that shot?
A lot going on.
If he can stay healthy, I just hate that he ain't healthy.
Yeah.
That's-
Lou-
Hey.
Fly.
This is starting to turn out into a situation where sign me up for December 21st or 22nd. I'm here for the whole 9 yards. I want to see the whole. Sign me up for Friday too. Sign me up.
All right.
Sign me up. I'm
Luke-
here.
Luke Kennard, shooter. We know the Clippers last year struggled to shoot the basketball.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this.
Interesting.
Since Grown Men Cried in 2016, NBA free agency has been lit. It's so lit to where I can't even talk about Josh Green because the Clippers took all of that away.
Dude.
Sorry, Josh.
I said this in a tweet. Even in a COVID-stricken, shortened offseason, nobody does offseason like the NBA.
Right.
Nobody. There's not
All
another
sorts
league,
of stuff happened.
There's not another league that is as interesting as this league is in the offseason.
Man, what you say?
We had our preview show, man. It ain't that many free agent stars, COVID, how much money gonna be available. This gonna be kind of dry. Well, fooled you.
Man,
Real
it's about
quick.
as lit as my background dude dunking the fireball, man.
Boom, shakalaka. Hey, so
He's on
shouts out
fire!
to yes, dude. Let me tell shouts out to NBA Jam. That game, look, I don't care what nobody say. That's one of my favorite hoop games as a kid. I don't care. With that being
I used
said,
to go
shouts out to
to
Lawrence King. Hey, yeah. See, these folks be him and see, look, I'm not playing him at NBA Jam, and I'm not playing Trav and Tecmo Bowl. It just ain't happening. It's just certain things that we don't do here at the scene. So, you know, Trav got the cheat codes and the cheat plays. No, I ain't doing that. We got time for that. Shouts out to Tyrell Love and Lawrence Cleveland, real quick, to jump into some comments real
Shout
quick.
out Cleveland, man. Shout out Lawrence, man.
Hey man, Tyrell said, "Do the Suns miss Oubre more than they realize?" I'm gonna
Miles-
say this right now.
Mikael Bridges.
Bruh, Mikael Bridges can really hoop. He
He's
can really
better-
hoop.
I think he's
He
better.
may be,
than
he
Kelly
may
Oubre.
have a, he may be better. Trav, I was just about. See, that's what I'm talking about. Just
We was already all over that one.
we talked about this 3 days ago in the thing.
Kelly Oubre has a problem, and it's not hooping. It's just the people he deals with. He deals with the Kardashians. That's what's gonna mess him up the whole time.
Kelly,
All right. Kardashian slander. Jeez.
J Ham, an old schooler like me. MJ, we all old schoolers to agree. Kelly Oubre to me is Eddie Jones.
Yep.
You just good enough to get traded.
Yep.
Yo,
Kendall
you know what
Gill.
you are? See, Big Shot, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told MJ just a couple minutes ago. See, that's the type of stuff to end lives. You can't do that. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
Eddie Jones was always just good enough to be really good trade.
Hey, Eddie Jones was cold.
Cold, but he was good enough to
Hey,
be traded.
Eddie Jones was that dude. Eddie Jones was that dude. Eddie Jones was so much of that dude. He was that dude for about a good hot 30 seconds everywhere he went.
He was that
Everywhere
dude,
he went.
and every team he went to was like, "Ooh, I'll have some of that."
Bruh, what you mean have some of that? I'll take
have
all
some
of
of
that
that.
right quick. Let me get this other player too while we at it.
Like his value always stayed on point. You know what I'm saying? Just to be an
Yeah.
asset.
On point like an index finger, baby.
He was-
On point like an index finger.
He was good enough to be really good trade bait all the time.
They tell you a few things though. It's that much talent, and then like Zeke said, sometimes it comes down to what you know. They said it be about basketball.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm.
politics as usual in some cases, and we can find a variety of such. You know,
I'm
throughout.
gonna go to Lawrence Cleveland. Cleveland's a question next here. He said, "Did Precious make a mistake?" Because he basically is saying going from late first to from lottery to late first isn't great. I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't have to make a mistake to fall in the draft.
Look here.
No.
He
I
gonna
would
get-
say, Lawrence, I am surprised he hasn't been picking.
I will say that,
I
but
am slightly surprised.
mistake,
I'm sure he's happy.
mistake.
Yeah.
15. He getting checked.
Bogon,
15
he is happy. He is happy, Bogon.
Yeah, he's
Mr.
very
Bogon.
happy.
Because otherwise, he was gonna be a little upset. So Detroit, we got Detroit right here. They had Sadiq Bey.
Shooter.
Detroit,
Villanova.
the current pick is for Detroit, y'all. I'm just gonna call it out now. Again, these are things you just traded Kennard. You just traded and got that 19th pick anyway. You're getting younger. You get a rookie salary, something else to get you under. And man, look, just replenish. Good 19th pick overall pick. I think this is not a bad pick.
20th?
For 20, let's see who 20 is really quick.
Miami, I
Hmm.
believe.
Another
They like
energy,
Tyrese.
another energy player,
Now they like that point guard over in Kentucky. That's what they like.
Yeah.
Maxi.
I think
Somebody-
Trav
Max.
will like this pick no matter what happened.
Yeah, because all they doing is joining the game.
Knowing Trav's basketball affiliations, I think this is going to go well for him, one way or the other on Miami.
Here's footage of Sadiq Bey just doing what every Villanova wing does under Jay Wright. Just solid. They hit
Solid.
threes. They play defense.
Ugh,
sneak and dunk on you.
nasty.
Hold
They
it
play
up.
hard every possession. They can run the play. They know the system. You're not going to get a 2 a.m. call from them. It's just,
Exactly.
know.
Hey man, young man, you better shoot that. You better shoot that rock.
oh no, he's going to be doing a lot of that.
He
Trust me.
just a good.
I like it when you shoot. I like it when you shoot with confidence now,
To
young man.
MJ,
He just-
MJ
yeah.
point, when you get Villanova
I'm
players,
just happy to be here to
you
play
get
ball.
you get professionals.
What you were saying, Big Shot?
I said when you get Villanova players, you get professionals.
That's it.
You get dudes that's not gonna come in there kicking up a bunch of fuss, wilding out.
Right. Germ, that
And,
making.
and I like what Detroit did
Making-
because Detroit fulfilled a need with both of their picks.
Mhm.
They did good.
They needed wings, and they got wings.
I mean, I mean, look, when you ain't got a whole bird, you gotta go get the wings, man.
They got the wings. They got the playmaker they wanted. That's That ain't bad.
That ain't bad. That ain't
That
bad.
ain't bad.
That ain't bad. You get the 19th pick, you get young, and you really qualify for the James Harden sweepstakes.
This is gonna be fun.
Friday gonna be wild.
Man,
Yeah, I don't.
I'm here for all of it. Sign me up.
Hey,
Yeah,
make
y'all
sure
see
you
the question, though?
follow us on Twitter.
What's the question?
SCEN_THE. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, THE_SCEN. We'll put it up in the comments. Make sure you follow the Instagram and the Twitter. Because I think this weekend, this Friday leading into Thanksgiving, is going to be some very interesting stuff happening in this league over the next 5 to 7 days.
Do the Heat take Maxey? Heat beat writer mentioned it. Oh, wow.
I'm gonna say this now. I don't want them to take
I
Max.
don't want them to either. That's why I was sitting there thinking like,
They
man,
need it. If especially if Dragic is out of here.
If
Okay.
Dragic
Gang
gone,
stuff. Hey, it's a whole lot of gang stuff.
How do they feel about Kendrick Nunn right now is the real question. That's what this pick will show.
I think
This is what this pick will show.
I think his minutes in the finals told me about
Told
how he felt about
you need somebody to back.
he
Yes.
came to the bubble not in shape, not ready to go. It was a bad look.
Kendrick Nunn did not look the same like the beginning of this rookie year. He was a rookie of the year candidate.
He was right
along with
behind
Ja
Ja.
Morant.
He
He was right behind
Ja.
Ja Morant. When he came back to that bubble, he did not look good. He's
I
one.
don't want to kill him too bad. I don't
No,
want to kill
we
him
ain't,
too
we ain't
bad.
killing
They
him,
say
but
he
he just wasn't in shape.
No,
Look at
no,
the
no, 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 no.
look
I'm
at
not.
the
I'm not.
man.
I'm,
Look
we're
at the
not disagreeing.
man.
We're not disagreeing. I'm just saying I don't want to kill him too bad because it was weird having to restart the season and everything like that.
I give him that.
So let's see how he come back this year because this
I
is
don't
gonna be
know.
this is a telltale year. I think the third, fourth year for an NBA player, especially a guy like Kendrick Nunn, this is the year I want to look and see what we gonna get from him.
I'm not gonna kill him. I'm not gonna kill him either. But I know this.
Oh snaps!
In the 305,
Yeah,
that not
Oh.
gonna play.
They'll make him throw up. They'll make him throw up.
Pat gonna make you uncomfortable.
Whole lot of gang stuff.
Whole lot of gang shit.
Hey, and then they still got one of the what's your guy? So go ahead. I gotta let Trav say it because he said it so proper.
Who
What
is
they-
that?
The American Sniper.
The American who?
Oh, the American Snipers, man. You got Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, man.
Hey, don't nobody say it like Trav, man. The American Snipers.
The American Snipers, man. The American white snipers. That's exactly what they are.
Which begs a question: Do they keep like Hero off the bench and then have Robinson start, or do they start Hero at the point? This will be an interesting situation with that.
It don't matter what Pat Riley. It don't matter what Pat Riley and Spo. Whatever's cooking, you cooking.
The luxury of having toys. To play with.
That's a great problem to have.
I would tell you the team
Exactly.
who on the pick. I don't know what their cap situation is, so somebody can look that up.
Miami's cap situation?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe you could. It's some, but I know who I would. Who if I was Miami, who I would be looking at, who I would be calling at midnight on the 20th.
Miami is taking Miami.
I knew
Are they
Travis-
taking Precious?
He's such a Miami player too. He gonna fit right into the game.
That's a Miami player if they ever was.
Motor. That's all Miami gonna take.
That.
Motor.
Somebody clip motor.
Pat Riley probably smiled from ear to ear when he saw this pick off of just watching him run. He's like, man, he probably gonna be able to do 20 suicides and not get tired.
He fits that organization.
Perfect.
He fits that organization.
He got two of the same dude.
You got Bam and you got
White.
Precious.
And if you look at, and that's the need. They don't have a whole lot of depth in the front court.
Nah,
they don't have a lot.
They was resorting down to Myers Leonard after a while.
Right.
And the thing with Precious that a lot of people are not understanding is the position that he played this season was a byproduct of Wiseman being hurt and having to move to the 5. He could play a little wing. He has
He
the
can play
upside
the
to play
wing,
wing.
the wing and the 4.
He can play the
Wing
4,
and the 4.
the entire floor. He can cover. You know,
So on that beautiful blue Memphis floor, blue and gray.
Do they still have Myers, Leonard, and Olenek?
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Because
So which means he's gonna need a year probably, unless they just let him play.
what my thing was is that if you start one of those two with Bam and then you bring off one of the other two with Precious off the bench, you're
I like
bringing
it.
off the bench the same thing that you're starting with.
Yeah, you lose nothing.
And you
Lose
beef up a little bit from what you saw in the end. You
Yeah.
got a little bit more extra to go to throw in folks like the Lakers.
I don't know
And-
are there any teams that are like that bring off the bench the two big men that are the same as what they're starting?
Not
Denver
too
the same
did
many.
it
thing.
when they had Jokic and they had Nurkic. They did that.
Yeah.
They eventually got rid of Nurkic.
And I think also to your point, Artie, talking about bringing two big men off are the same. We also got to remember 72 games,
Yep.
condensed season. We know the way Miami likes to play. Depth becomes a thing this year.
Mm-hmm.
Guys who can play. It might be your 10th, 11th man playing 15 minutes tonight because your starter needs a break. So, to Artie's point, if you got 4 big men who are all about the same quality that you can kind of mix and match this year, that's decent.
I like
That's
it.
real decent.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. That Miami.
That's
that
good, man. Good for that.
I mean, but there's no secret. Look, guess what? Where did Miami get this pick at?
20
Guess what? What did Miami just got through playing in?
Finals.
finals.
That's all you need to know is the teams that know what they're doing, it keeps showing over and over in the draft.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So then what is the situation with Crowder and Dragic moving forward? Because again, that's another situation like you have as your big men, is that you have guards that can kind of do the same thing as each other coming off the bench. So it's like your starting 5 and your bench 5. I mean, you can see that Spo can go deep. I mean, it's kind of the same. They're very similar. And what does that do? Dragic and Crowder, I think the contracts are both up. I don't know. I mean, do they pull the bag out and here you go? We were there. We just got better.
Well,
Y'all ready for the cap information? Once MJ get done, I got it for you right here.
Okay, perfect. Well, what I would say with Miami is I think Miami found their lane to be able to continue on until they win a championship, if they even do that. And their lane is we're just going to fight you for 48 minutes.
Oh.
So with having the same thing, it's easier to fight when you know effort is not going to get disappointed. If you know I'm not going to lose anything in this mid-range, I ain't going to lose anything on running this screen and roll. I'm going to get the same sustained effort and execution. That will wear anybody down. I mean, they literally beat teams that were more talented than them on paper by just fighting them. They beat Boston because they fought them.
Slowed them.
And they fought their way into 2 wins against the Lakers, who on paper, it should have been a sweep.
They beat Milwaukee the same way.
76ers pick is in, and they're
Right.
taking Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey.
Defender and shooter. They need both on the perimeter.
Absolutely. Real quick,
Need
just to
both.
tie this in before we get to Tyrell, Tyrese, we got Jimmy Butler on the books for the big 34 mil. After that, the next 2 players is Andre at 15 and Kelly Olynyk at 13 million.
Space.
And then after that, this is where it gets real fun. After that, we got Bam at 5, Tyler at 3, and Kendrick
money.
Nunn and Duncan Robinson both at 1.6.
Look at
And
that.
I know who I'd be calling if I'm Miami at 12:01. I know who I call.
Go
Houston?
Ghostbusters.
Come on now.
Is the next year Bam's last year on the books?
Let's
I'm-
see.
What's that?
No,
17?
I think they got one more year because Bam
17?
came out
17,
De'Aaron
right?
Fox.
Bam
They got-
came in 17.
Yeah, they
This
got
will be the last
Bam
year.
for 2 more, and they got the team option.
Here's some movement with Maxey, as you can see. Nothing special here, but he's very special because you got to think he's playing with all
Bam is
American
off the
dudes,
books,
which you
y'all.
gotta
Just so
share.
y'all know, Bam is off the books. After this year.
this season.
What you're getting right here is once again, we talked about it with Artie. You pick up with Philly. Philly just needs, solid guards that's going to be able to catch Joel Embiid's pass with some type of urgency and make shots. And I can see Maxey coming in guarding full court. I can see him running a pick and roll solidly. I like Kentucky players because you never know what you're going to get with them. The only two that I thought didn't really do anything in the league for real was Archie Goodwin, and it's another one that I'm not going to mention because it doesn't matter at this point.
Daniel.
Thank you. You said it. I didn't.
Yo, there was another two trash favorites.
Who was there?
No, I'm not talking about the Twins because they ain't get drafted.
No, I ain't talking about no. But I know who he was going with. He talking about Daniel, the one that got drafted at Orlando. He ain't done nothing since he got drafted. That was
right. Man, that man averaged 4 points a game and got drafted in the first round. Cal was on garbage.
Who was that? Daniel Orton.
Daniel Orton.
All right, y'all ready for this real quick for the Sixers?
Let's get it.
All right, so the Sixers, they have Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid. Remember that move that they just made for Al Horford? That was them shipping out a contract for 27.5 to only bring back 15 and 3, almost 4 million. So they killered up a little bit of space there. They still got a pretty much a roster full of young guys. Like they still got a Thibault. They still got Zaire Smith, who I think is a good player for them. Now, here's what's something interesting. Shake Milton is only at 1.7. So that's not Shake Milton is only at 1.7. So now he goes back into his role. I just think overall, man, this is one of those picks that I think makes sense for them, like Big Shot said, for all of the reasons. And this gets them closer to something else with Ben Simmons being the primary ball handler. Shooting is the key. Tobias now can play your stretch four, and that's the key here. They need space. I never understood what you brought Al Horford in for anyway. We asked this question last year.
We did. He wouldn't guard Joel Embiid because he was they just kept the kryptonite away from him.
That's all.
But the thing with the 76ers, and I'm gonna say it again. It's not the talent that's being brought in, it's just the way they play. If they play like they're supposed to play, they can make noise any and everywhere. If they don't know how to play, if they play messed up, they're gonna hey man.
Which is why getting Doc Rivers is so interesting.
Listen, man, I love this opportunity that we have in front of us for this basketball year. Again, sign me up. Sign me up. I'm telling you, I'm here.
What pick are we at now? We at 22?
We at 22
Denver.
We had that 22.
Denver and New York again.
We had that
Jay
22.
McDaniels. Go and get Jay McDaniels, Denver. Y'all can't help yourself.
Man,
y'all get a bunch of 6'10", 6'11" dudes who move good.
bunch of swings.
Jeremy Grant is a free agent.
Absolutely. There is no Jeremy Grant. And let me see what else Denver got on their roster. We can look at Denver roster real quick in their
Paul Millsap gone.
Can
I tell you this now? Thank you that Paul Millsap is gone. Thank you. Yes. I thank you, the Lord. The Lord, thank you.
Shout out Paul, but it's time.
Yeah, because you got to my guy, Porter Jr., he got to start. Mike Porter Jr. got to start. He has to.
Dude, Bobo,
either one.
Hold up, imagine rolling out Jokic, Bobo, Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, and you could
y'all ready for these
Gary Harris, I guess.
Hey,
y'all ready for this cap?
While you looking at it, what's Monty Morris's contract?
Man, Monty Morris, first of all, he's only 25.
Mm-hmm.
So he got a contract day in him. And I'll give him the keys to a team one day just to see what we can get, because I like that player a lot. We talk about him all the time. But he's only at 1.7 this year. And you know what the name the signed contract he's on is a mid-level exception.
So they got some room to play with this on Friday, huh?
So here's what's interesting. We got Jokic at almost 30. We got that flamethrower at 27. We got Gary Harris at 19 and Will Barton at 13. The next person is Michael Porter Jr. at 3.5. So you're going to add another draft pick. And to be honest, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I actually think that they probably should. Let me see what Bol is looking like. He's on a 2021 two-way deal.
Yeah, I would say he two-way guy.
So he on a two-way. And then the cap holds is Mason Plumlee and Jeremy Grant with Torrey Craig. Jeremy Grant's cap figure with it being on hold is at $17 million.
They missed their guy. They missed their guy by 3 picks. I think Sadiq Bey would have been good for them.
Ideal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just so y'all know, real quick, I just want to put this out here. The cap hold for Paul Millsap this year is $40 million.
He got to go.
Good.
Yeah.
What?
Bye. Ain't that what they've been?
What? Backstreet Boys to the fullest.
Hey,
He got
everybody
to
put,
go.
everybody put their arms up.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
Damn, you know you want to look at it. You want to look at it through the salute.
So Denver, sign me up for them getting Jaden McDaniels and starting Jokic at the point guard.
What? That joke gonna cock
Hey, when Jamal Murray was hurt, they rolled out that 7-foot starting lineup. I was cracking up. I was rolling. They had Jokic at point in real life. They did this with a straight face.
Jokic bring the ball up. Jokic initiate the
Was pushing
offense.
that thing.
You come off the screen. You come off the screen off him. He gonna be wide open. He gonna make the right pass. Hey, man, again.
Hey, that
Jokic is the
Jokic.
best big in basketball. I'm just gonna say it. 5. He's the best 5 in basketball.
He is. Jokic is just
incredible.
Man,
Jokic is what Arvydas Sabonis was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And Jokic shoot like Billy Hoyle.
Hey, man, that Daniel Boone, man.
That Daniel Boone.
He cocked that thing back like that.
Hey, I love it when he say Daniel Boone.
Hey, Jokic shoot like Clay Daddy.
I'm not letting it go, man. The man stopped and popped in traffic and transition like he was 6'3".
That's what he do. That's Daniel Boone for you.
No rim was touched.
Man, what?
No part of the rim.
He cocking that thing back and letting it ride.
The dude,
this
got an
Nuggets
Oscar
pick.
going 10 for 10.
This is a very Nuggets pick.
I told y'all about my sleeper.
Go ahead.
Pull him up.
Go ahead, MJ.
Let the screen see.
So the Nuggets select Zeke Naji from Arizona. Now, if anybody heard the show, I told people that he actually played better in the one-on-one matchup with Onyeka Okongwu. I think that's what it is. If I butchered your name, I'm sorry. It's been a long night. I need coffee. But I'm going to pull this up, and I really want y'all to kind of understand what I mean when I say this dude has some goods, because all that stuff we said about Precious Achiuwa, he kind of could put him in the same situation. So as you can see, skinny, wiry. He a typical Arizona big man. Skinny, wiry, attack the rim, got away with a shove there. I like the little nastiness to him. Ain't nothing spectacular on paper, but he another dude that's going to keep Jokic fresh. He can block some shots. I like this dude's upside just as much as I like the guy in UCLA upside. As you can see, you saw the shot there. Like, he's guarding, making perimeter plays on defense. Like, anytime you see a 6'11" do that, you got some upside to be a great defender. We already know he can do that. But, like I said, really solid big. He's more polished offensively than the guy that Atlanta picked. So this is good value here. He probably will go G League though. Your thoughts?
This is a very Denver pick. This kind of falls in line with what they've been doing the last couple of years as far as how they build his roster. You take some guys, long, athletic, can do a couple different things, versatile defenders. He's somebody you can bring along a little bit slower. So he at this point in the draft, we talking about 20s into the 30s. This is
Opals.
just value.
Yeah.
This is just guys who can be brought along. So that's a cool pick.
And he's not going, unlike Jaden McDaniels, I don't think he's going to mess up the locker room. He just going to sign me up for the one-on-ones after the practice against him, Bobo, Michael Porter Jr. Sign me up for that. I would like to be a fly on the wall and see that because he's going to get cooked.
I'm gonna tell you, like, I do have a question. Do Denver have the biggest front court in the NBA?
Probably in NBA
They up
history.
there.
Nah, Dallas.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Dallas got a 7. They got 2 7-2
Them
guys.
folks got 7'2", 7'2", 6'9", running the point. What?
You put Maxi Kleber in there.
Yeah,
He's 6'9", 6'10".
But I'm talking about Jokic is your footer. But you got Bo that's 7'1".
To a man, Denver, he is though.
It's a couple of teams we can say they got a lot of size with them.
They got some man. Those folks got some size with length, where both Paul's words, but they big. They big.
LA too. LA
Yo, this man has said that's both Paul's words.
Paul's words, right?
Just so y'all know,
LA has a nice backcourt, front court also.
Real quick to clarify something that I said earlier that I was wrong about. Harden does make $41 million this year.
God, that's so much more, man.
So with that being said, also I was wrong about the salary cap situation. The Karis LeVert, the Taurean Prince, and the Spencer Dinwiddie contracts, they equal up to about $40 million. So technically, Skinny May.
You
J-Ham might know. You remember Saturday Night Live? The church lady? How convenient.
Y'all want to hear something really interesting? We ain't had a major trade yet.
I wonder.
Which means y'all picked these dudes on purpose. Y'all really meant this pick.
You know what?
You really gonna keep him, huh?
Hey, MJ sound like that dude on Instagram.
Right. That's what I'm trying to sound like. Y'all picked him. Like Atlanta, I ain't forget. Hold on, I gotta do it. Atlanta, I ain't forget you picked that 6'9" boy at USC. That boy, all he do is run and jump. You got 2 other dudes that run and jump. You picked him.
I think
that
some
was a good
stuff.
idea.
I think stuff gonna shake. I think it's gonna shake the second round. I don't think nothing being finalized yet. If it's not finalized, it's gonna shake by either later on or Friday.
That's why on the draft, I don't stay up for the second round because first of all, the second round, they trade every pick.
Yeah.
Everybody gets traded. Every second round pick gets traded. So
hey, they trade you for cash. How does that make you feel? You gone for money. They threw a bag to get you. That's so dirty.
And when Adam go get, he leave and go get his steak, it's time for me to go too. That's just kind of how I look at it. I usually follow along through Twitter or something after that, or just kind of catch the the bottom line or something like that.
Second round.
And this is one of those drafts where lottery going.
I guarantee you, whatever order you see the second round, that's not going to be who gets on that team.
No.
Hey man, the Knicks pick is in.
Hey, look, before we talk about Knicks, let's talk about a good team. I'm not gonna do that. So
you know what? No, we got to stop, man. Stop.
So before I say that, let me just acknowledge all of the playoff teams, with the exception of Boston, all picked something that they actually needed that could be able to either help their culture, help their depth, or be a piece that could take them to the next level. Not shocking or ironic at all. So New York, okay, I don't even know who you are, but
I know what this dude is. So
he might be good.
This dude in every, I know the mock draft ain't everything. Every mock draft got this dude as a stash player. Every draft.
Leandro Ballamaro.
He played for the He played for the reserve team in Barcelona, not the main squad. He played on the reserve Barcelona squad,
The B team?
the B team. He played on the B Barcelona
He
squad.
was on JV.
That man made the first round playing JV ball.
So he gonna be
And drafted by the Knicks.
so he gonna be a stash. So he a stash player number one,
Junior Walker and the All Stars.
and number two, he plays RJ Barrett's position.
Oh Lord.
It's typical Knicks. It's a very Knicks pick.
Is he 6'8"? Humor me.
No, he's 6'7", but the difference between
Shout out Artie.
Artie, you made my day with that
Yo.
answer.
I can't do this with y'all. He said, no, he's 6'7".
Hold on. Hold the silence for these stats. Look, I know stats don't mean everything.
Oh Jesus!
I know stats don't mean everything. If you telling me this man was on JV averaging 4.4 points, 1.1 rebound, and 1.4 assists, is he 2 years away from being 2 years away? Is that what y'all telling me?
no.
Yeah.
Well,
let's
Tell me
guess
that if he
what?
is.
let's
guess
just
what?
hear them out. Let's just hear them out on this one.
The Knicks are actually going to trade to Minnesota for the 25th and the 33rd pick. So the Knicks actually traded for 2 picks. So no, they didn't take the stash guy. Minnesota
Oh,
took
wow.
the stash guy.
So
It's probably
Minnesota. So Minnesota
He is playing,
taking
right?
this dude right here.
Mhm.
No, he is playing. It makes perfect sense. Rubio know him.
Oh,
Yep.
no, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go,
MJ.
Now it makes sense.
There you
because
go.
Rubio got a plug, man. He got the
Y'all
plug.
get on my nerves, man.
This
Y'all
dude-
make
this
me
dude is-
sick.
No, I'm dead serious. Rubio probably was like, look, they
MJ,
said I've
you said
seen
it
this
right.
dude play. I play him one-on-one. He's really like that, but nobody know about him. If you can get him, get him. It was probably one of them things. I'm hoping.
Yo.
No,
I'm trying to be optimistic
you're
about
right.
this.
I had my phone in
I think
hand.
the Knicks drafted him. I think the
I
Knicks
had my-
drafted him, and then they realized that he was 6'7", so they had to trade him.
Hey man, they
I had
gave
my
him.
phone.
Oh,
I had my
man.
phone in hand, man, because I'm like, yo, they drafted the B team dude, man. I'm already on Twitter. I'm finna get with them. But once the germ dropped,
I'm so glad they traded him to Minnesota. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
He
I'm
shouldn't even be in
182.
the.
You
He should,
still
hey man, I'm
drafted the
sorry.
B team dude.
He shouldn't even be in the draft, man. First
So now
round.
we had so now who's 20? So who got the 25th pick now?
New York
New York.
has it.
Knicks.
You got it.
So we gotta do this all over again. This is why I don't like them. We deal with this all over again.
So here's the Knicks' chance to do something right.
They not.
We know they're not going to, but they are like 3 really solid guards still on the board.
Mannion, Terry.
You got Mannion, Terry, and Flynn. If you pick any one of these 3, New York, you might have salvaged yourself a C grade on this draft.
Might get off the ban list. They got the
If you
ban
get one of
TV
them, I'm
before.
actually up to a B. But then I gotta see who's coaching to see what they're gonna do, because it's like
They don't have a coach, do they?
They ain't got
That's
no
a
coach.
bar. You go up to a B, but then you go back to C. Who they? Yeah, I see how you did that.
they gonna catch me one of these days. I might go in URL one time.
Hey, wait,
Hold on,
time out.
man.
They ain't got a coach yet?
Right. Hold on.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you like this: Tyrell Terry do not need to go to the Knicks.
we calling them Sunset Park from this moment on.
Man, what?
Dog.
Yo, this
Sunset
dude,
Park Knicks, sign me up.
this dude here is disrespectful.
No, they Sunset Park because they ain't had no coach either.
Dog, don't they know?
What's the voucher? I'll coach y'all. What's the
Training
voucher?
camp start in 13 days?
Dog. Somebody Google this and please make sure we're wrong. I want to be wrong on this one. They got a coach. They have to.
They
Ain't
don't
nobody-
have a coach, man.
Dog,
Nobody want to take that job.
dog, the COVID test
They
started.
saw what you did with Fitzgerald.
This is sad, man.
The COVID test starting 12 days, y'all.
They ain't got no coach.
They saw what they did to Fizdale. People like, man, I ain't going there, man. Fizdale is a good coach. And you gave him that huff and had the audacity to fire him in the middle of the season. You let him finish with the huff.
Hey, I got a
Nobody was
question.
going to make that team better.
Is
They got
that
Tibbs.
Bucks?
They
Is
got
that
Tibbs.
Buck? Is that Bucks pick going to?
Who they got here?
They got Tibbs.
Oh, this is the
Yeah.
Pelicans pick from the
Yeah,
holiday
yep.
trade.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to
Now the
say.
rookies really ain't playing.
That's
Nah.
right. They do got Tug. They got
Yeah, they got
Thibodeau.
Obi
They
really
got
ain't
Thibodeau.
playing now. Either Obi ain't playing or he playing 42 minutes. No in between.
Oh wow! Look how they giving the hats. They got they got like a whole 30 set of hats.
Yeah, everybody got
So the
30.
Pelicans, real quick, so y'all know, the Pelicans were on the clock. They took RJ Hampton, but they traded it to Denver.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
Oh
Intriguing. That's
wow!
intriguing.
So the Knicks
Hmm.
are back on the clock. I'm looking for a dude 6'8". We have Jordan. We got Jordan Noir from Louisville.
Hey,
Yeah.
Artemis, you are such a troll for that.
Hey, I love. Hey, they need this. They just
That
collected
man went-
6'8" dudes.
That man went and looked up all the 6'8" people left on the board.
I love it. I love it.
Mo.
Fellas, news
Oh,
just
man.
came in. Not good
Uh-oh.
news. The fear is that Golden State Warriors Klay Thompson has indeed suffered a significant Achilles injury.
Ooh.
Ooh.
MRI.
Oh no!
I hate to be in this role.
ACL in one knee and Achilles on the other.
That's the John Wall special.
Oh
That's
Overcompensation.
Yeah, damn. That sucks, man.
Man,
Thank you.
prayers up to a speedy recovery to the Klay Thompson family. Hate to see it.
Well,
Yeah, this sucks.
I'll say this. God, I'm glad he got his bag.
Man.
No, Golden State did the right thing, and that's what this has
I'm
always
glad they
been
did the
about.
right
Like
thing.
they're moving in a situation in which they can build themselves to be like a Miami now, or like a a team that is just going to sustain being good for a long period of time. Go ahead, Big Shot.
I have a question.
Oh boy.
Obviously, Golden State, you can't make the Wiseman pick. You make the Wiseman pick based on the information you got at the time. So
Yeah.
I'm not second guessing this pick because whatever. This season, Emmanuel quickly. That's a Lester Stewart special on the pick right there.
Hey man,
Like-
Big Blue
I like
Nation.
that.
I
I
like
like
it.
that.
That's
Yeah,
a
I like
Lester
that.
He can
Stewart
run a
special
point.
on the pick.
He can run the point guard,
What was I gonna say?
and he's 6'4".
Mm.
It's a start.
I don't like that he going to the Knicks, but hey,
Hey, I tell you like this, man. If this Klay Thompson thing is to be believed and we is true, y'all boy is on the clock now.
Oh, Wiggins, yeah, he been on the clock.
Andrew
He been
Augustine
on.
Wiggins
Augustine.
is on the clock because, sir, as
I
of
just
this
need his
moment,
points to matter.
as of this moment, sir, you are option 2. As of today,
And it's just picked up for you.
all that, all them sugar-free points you be getting,
Not sugar free.
all them,
Hey.
Not
Hey, his
sugar.
points don't got no gluten in them.
hey,
No
all
gluten.
them decaffeinated points you be getting, them, man. It's go time for Andrew now.
So y'all were talking
Right.
about the Knicks earlier, just to get a little comedy in about who's the coach for the Knicks. So if you type that in, Google will bring up a picture of, will bring up Tom Thibodeau's name with a picture
But you
of
have David Fisdale.
yes.
oh hey,
They
that,
can't even keep
only
the
the
page
Knicks,
right.
only the Knicks, only the Knicks, only the Knicks,
Hey, let me tell you
only the
something.
Knicks,
Google's so trash for that.
only the Knicks. Even
Google's-
Wikipedia can't get it right.
Hey, Google is trash for that, man.
It
Knicks
ain't
ain't.
either.
Hey man, y'all just put your Timbos and your New York hats on. Just say the Knicks ain't shit, B.
Come on.
It's bad. It's
Hey,
bad
we went
because
long, so now I can, hey, gloves off now. He had already dropped it.
it's bad, man, because you got to really bundle them with the Jets. You're 3rd and 41. The other one drafts a B team.
Oh,
So,
look
hey,
at this,
fellas,
though.
let's have fun with this real quick, right?
Why
Okay.
not?
I have the Golden State Warriors in front of me right now, their cap. And with Clay being the second highest player, Wiggins is right there behind those two with 29 million.
Yeah,
But $29 million, man,
yeah.
a skinny man.
That's why I was
These
trying
man's-
to tell you on the when we was trying to trade for Batum because he
Bruh.
expired.
Bruh, we can find something to fix this. I can stop this mess. I'm gonna tell you a player right here that's on this roster right now that I think need to get some run. His name is Damian Lee. Damian Lee needs to get some run. Why? He can catch and shoot. He can play off of Curry, but most importantly, he gives you the one-on-one option. The one-on-one option to win occasionally. I'm not saying he a great player, but he has enough offensive of a skill set to be able to make it interesting. Next, I think you have to move Wiggins. I'm gonna start with everybody. I want everybody's opinion on this. I think you kind of have to move Wiggins. It's not saying he's not good. It's just saying that the role that you wanted him in, you can't use him in no more.
I will give Wiggins some time, but I'm about to go ahead and make some more grown man cry with this scenario.
Oh, snaps. All right.
So James Harden wants out. Klay
Mm.
Thompson. Klay
Skinny
Thompson's
man.
contract.
Mhm.
Skinny man.
Listen, we can make these numbers shake.
You know something, MJ?
Skinny man.
I saw that written on Twitter today.
Skinny man.
So y'all really want to see a backcourt with Steph and Harden with Wiseman?
I'm gonna tell you like this. They fitted KD.
No, that's a perfect fit.
They fitted KD. Why not fit James?
Hey,
Hey, skinny
I saw
man.
I saw that on Twitter today. I'm not saying you got it from Twitter. I saw a scenario on Twitter that was very similar. Like, here's how you could do it if you really wanted to.
All you gotta do is
And if
pick
they
the
would play,
phone up on it.
Sure. It costs you nothing to make a phone call.
That is zero. That's already
Phone calls
included
don't
in your
cost
data
nothing.
plan.
Phone calls don't cost nothing.
And certain data
And-
costs
and
may
you can
affect.
tell them two things that will play into it. One, our player is not built on athleticism to be built on skill. Two, we've seen KD recover from this injury before, and Clay is younger. And since y'all are in the process of rebuilding anyway, what better way to tank than to bring in Clay? He can't play anyway. Tank, get you possibly a top 5 pick for next year. Now you fuck around with Amani Bates, Chet Holmgren.
Right.
Celtics have picked Peyton Pritchard.
That dude was in school for 17
Yeah,
years.
he was in school for a long time.
Shout out to him now.
Oregon.
Is he not the first senior taken?
He may be the first senior taken.
Yeah, he may be.
He is. I think he
And-
was.
And just to say something, this is the difference in the pick right here. James Wiseman cap figure is already on the site, and his cap figure is about 8.7 million. That's the reason why they didn't want him at 2. They wanted him at 4.
Boom. Told you.
What number
This-
was the Celtics?
The Celtics were
26.
Celtics had 12 first-round picks this.
No,
Yeah,
but they already picked one. They picked one though. They
So
picked
we
that
got
what?
26.
13. That
14.
12 pick.
They
Or
picked
14.
Naismith.
So
Yeah, they picked
who's 27 now?
Naismith.
I think we only got like 4 picks left.
Right.
Yeah, well, we did good. I thought I was going to pass out. We did good.
So we got the Pacers at 27.
Toronto, I think, coming up somewhere around here, too.
The Lakers, I think, at 28.
Lakers traded that they traded the pick. Remember, they
Explain
traded
this-
it officially for Dennis Schroeder.
So
Right.
So
right.
Thunder's 28 again.
Yep.
Celtics got another pick.
Raptors
So,
29
Raptors,
and Celtics is the 30.
hear me out, Big Shot, because I know you're a Raptors fan. I know you're going to buy this one. What's the one thing that they missing to really get over? A dude that could get them one, right? Jaden McDaniels is not a bad pick with your culture.
At 29 is not.
He's a top 5 talent. It's just
He-
we don't know if he has a bad attitude or if he's just really competitive. We don't know yet. Everybody's saying he has a bad attitude, but once again, is it a narrative or is this dude really just one of them dudes like get out my league? We will see.
Man, Peyton started all 105 games.
Hey, shout out to him. You know what though? As much as I joke about that, shout out to the 4-year player, man. I get, you know what? In this era, 4-year player, you get to draft in the first round. I salute you, bro.
Oh,
Where's Danny?
real
Where's
quick.
Danny Ainge from?
Utah.
Where, who
Brigham
from?
Young.
Ain't he from Oregon?
He
Danny
reside in
Ainge.
Oregon. He reside in Oregon.
This pick makes sense. I mean, it don't make sense basketball wise, but it makes sense.
Hey, I'll
got it.
tell you what. The main Red Claws got a good one in Peyton Pritchard. They got a good one.
Germ,
Man, Rick.
do something
What?
with his mic, man.
What?
Do something with his
That boy
mic.
going to the G League, man.
Hey,
You just got muted.
mm,
You just got muted.
He told the truth though.
Hey, that's why he got muted. That's why he got muted. I'm sick of this slander on this show. That's why he got muted.
True.
hey,
MJ,
Oh,
MJ,
God.
that was number 3. That was the 3rd time today you done been popping off with this nonsense.
look,
There
I
had to
told
be a
you.
repercussion.
I told you. The
Oh,
worse
really?
the pick, the worse the MJ. It's
hey, how
that
did
hard.
the Jazz get 27?
Y'all want me to cry laughing at this 27 pick. Them folks pick Azubuike from Kansas.
Hey, how did the Jazz end up with 27?
I don't know.
And
They traded.
Trade.
Well, that's right.
Trade.
They did trade with the Knicks. They did.
Them folks picked up Azubuike.
Hey, but let me ask you a question: who the backup to Rudy Gobert?
It ain't one though. But
Azubuike?
Azubuike
Hey.
now. But
Hey, no.
my God.
It was some slaw ass dude who came in and he was playing pretty bad. That's who it was. It was somebody who wasn't good. I'm gonna tell you that.
They had
It's
nothing
a
behind
that
Gobert.
6. Who was the 6'10" dude?
I don't know who dude was.
Oh my God, his name slips. But I'm watching his goofy. I'm watching him fall right now in my head. Oh my God, what is his name? I can't remember
Hey,
his
man.
name right now.
Hey man, the Salt Lake City Stars got a good one at Azubuike. I'm telling you, he gonna do his
Salt
thing.
Lake City
We
Stars.
got a trade alert.
Yo,
MJ, you're on thin ice.
The Utah Jazz have agreed to trade center Tony Bradley in the 38th.
That's him.
That's who it was. That's who it was.
There it is.
Tony Bradley and who, Mo?
38th pick. Tony Bradley
Okay.
in the 38th pick for future
To who?
considerations. To Detroit.
okay.
For what?
So
For
they
future-
traded Tony Bradley in the 38th pick to Detroit for future considerations. The Pistons will send cash as well to the Jazz.
They traded.
Cash
They
consideration.
traded that man for $80.
They traded. Hey, they
They
traded
traded-
that man for a Louis bag.
They traded
Cash.
that man for. They traded
So-
that man for NBA 2K
I guess I should just ask. I mean, the truth of the matter is, do I need to go any further with this Tony Bradley slander, or should I just
Why,
leave it where it's
why
at?
not? I mean, they just
I mean,
traded
'cause-
him for
he's
PS5.
Man, what?
And he
Why
has to-
not?
and he has to go to Detroit on top of that. So
Yo, that man said a PS5.
Traded
I
for
quit.
PS5.
Damn,
man.
that's your first one today, and you ain't gonna have too many more.
I tried to behave, man. I tried to
Hey,
behave.
but you know what though? I'm
they gave him the digital
excuse J
edition too.
Ham. I'm gonna excuse J Ham because let's be honest.
Mm.
J Ham is staying up with us way later than usual.
Oh yeah, I was on it.
Way.
Look, when they,
So J
as soon
Ham
as
can
Mo
get
said
him.
Mo said the 38 pick, I'm like, man, I'll be asleep by the time that shot get announced.
Hey,
Going 38.
hey, y'all. But to be fair, if they get this first round done by 10 o'clock, that's about on time.
That's something.
They on
Hey,
time.
man.
That's something.
And shouts out to the chat people that's been holding it down with us. Y'all been with us for 3 hours, man.
Hey, man, shout out to the chat people, man.
Hey,
Hey,
look,
I
At some point, we were
when
going
I
to
was
start
single,
lunch.
if I talked to anybody for 3 hours, I was going with them. So for y'all to be with us this long,
Yeah. At some point,
and we
were
go
gonna
together
start-
now. What is you saying?
We were going to
Mr.
start
MJ.
lunching. This why MJ got loose.
Hey,
Mr.
you
MJ,
tell when
you have
get
become
loose.
undone. Stop.
Hey, MJ get loose, his hat get lower.
Yo,
Know me all too well.
Hey, so we got the Raptors we got the Lakers. No, we got Thunder at 28, so they can trade the pick again for something else.
and then we got Raptors and Celtics.
Raptors, Jaden McDaniels for the culture.
Jaden
And-
McDaniel or Malachi Flynn for the Raptors.
Actually, Malachi Flynn, because you know what you're getting out of him. Jaden is a dice roll, so don't get him.
And
Get Malachi.
I want to give y'all something interesting real quick. As it stands right now, for the Utah Jazz actual roster, Jordan Clarkson is a $20 million cap hold with Bojan coming back next year or this year.
If they had Bojan, they'd have beat Utah. They'd have beat them.
Yeah. So do you keep him or do you try to get him out of that 20 million cap figure, try to get him down to maybe 10?
No, what I do is I hit up Milwaukee and like, you want the brother?
Yo, you know what? You
It's
know
the
what?
same thing.
Not really. Because one got a little bit. No, not really. Not really. But I know what you're saying, but not really.
It's
Because
like
I think
Horace and
both,
Harvey Grant. Yeah, one's better, but the other one, yeah,
the other one got that little,
That's hey Meyer, look at this pick. Look at that one.
I'm not shocked. I almost knocked over my stuff looking at this.
Hey.
OKC, I'm telling you, OKC right now is Sam Presti is at the crap table right now, rolling these first rounders.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. Y'all have no chance of winning the ABCD camp in the next 3 years with OKC.
None.
Peach Jam.
None.
They win the Peach Jam, ABCD,
Super
Pangos
64.
Camp, Nike All American. They win all that shit.
OKC got half their team reclassified.
Hey, let me tell you something. If I am Steven Adams on OKC, get me out of here. I will not be with these children next year. I will not. Get me out of here. Steven Adams, call your agent tonight.
He gotta go. He gotta go.
Call your agent.
He gotta go.
If you could be an Aquaman 2 or something.
Hey, Steven Adams. Hey.
And you know the team, and you know the team that Steven Adams need to go to. He needs to go to
Portland.
Boston.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
Boston.
Jaden is actually heading to Minnesota.
Oh God. Y'all trying to drive D'Angelo crazy.
No,
Y'all trying to make D'Angelo Russell life living hell.
It's cold up there, man.
Hey, I have a question for you guys. Maybe you guys know better than me, but is this the power of like, I'll say, is this the power of the leaks? Like something's getting out that's making these teams pick guys higher than maybe they should. Is something, is this the power of the leaks or like what is that? I've seen this like last draft too.
Question.
You know what I think it is too, Adam? I think not only is that, I think this year because of the pandemic, your scouting was so limited on dudes this year. I think they didn't. I think I read somewhere you didn't get to do in-person workouts until 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So
they used to get like a month long of those.
Right, you didn't really have in-person workouts. You had videotaped interviews. You had videotaped workouts. So I think a lot of dudes are getting overdrafted because, hey, that 8-minute clip looked good. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Right, and because I was gonna say because even last year it felt like outside of the top 10 or maybe top 13 or 14, it seemed like a lot of guys were like maybe he could have slipped a little bit. I don't know how he got drafted there. Like personally for me, a dude that I went to high school with, Jordan Poole, I didn't think he would go in the first round. I thought he was a late second round pick. And then Golden State took him at 28. I'm like, was it something? And then I heard later on that Brooklyn wanted him at 31. And it's like, did something happen there to make him go higher? But I don't know who's leaking what to who. But
hey, Artemis, that's about your second name drop today, fella.
I don't know.
Mo show up is real. What's going on, Mo?
Well, just to update everybody at home, because it's been a crazy night.
Shout out, Mo.
Here's how the Timberwolves night has gone. They drafted Anthony Edwards, Leandro Bomer, Jaden McDaniels, and they got back Ricky Rubio. So that's been the night for GM Rosas for the Timberwolves.
Hey, Minnesota using that data plan well. They're like, we're using all these minutes tonight.
So,
They are
so real
limited
quick,
playing.
something interesting too that we also can look at for the Minnesota roster as we see what they have. They still got some talent here on this roster that they can move around. They still got Josh. I forget. I can't pronounce his name.
Okogie?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
like
said
that
earlier.
player.
Yeah, he can play.
I think he's a good player. Remember a couple years they took over. They got some talent on these wings with some of these young guys. So I mean, all together now, it's starting to just be one of. Here's the interesting part: James Johnson is a $16 million player option.
James Johnson.
Oh, he opting
Yes.
in.
Of course.
Cobra Kai got a $16 million option.
That's
Yes.
why, because
Cobra Kai.
he was gonna clap.
Big shot.
somebody
That
if
will
he
not be
didn't.
another one. Big shot. There will not be another.
Hey,
What's that
We
called?
almost done. We almost done now. It's too late.
I'm just letting. Hey.
Hey, we all act a fool. He can't get us all.
What's that
What, we
Cobra
got 3
Kai?
picks left? We
Yep.
out here.
Man.
and then we got Evan Turner at a $27 million cap hit
Oh
too.
my God.
That is for,
I'm
but that's a
going-
cap hold. But that's a cap hold. So you know what the cap holds, you can get rid of them. But Anthony Edwards?
Why is Evan Turner still in our league?
I don't know.
Evan
Nope.
Turner's
Y'all
supposed to be
not gonna-
coach.
I'm not taking the bait. Nope.
Evan
not taking the
Turner. Evan Turner's supposed to be coaching with Jaron Sullinger on the TBT tournament.
Hey, Trav, you are so cool.
Oh
Hey,
my God.
that dude.
almost went off the line. That man said, "Nope, I'm not going to take this."
Hey, what's
They
the
tried
what's
to
the,
get me.
hey,
They
what's the
tried to get me,
saying?
Jared.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
That's Evan Turner for you.
Him
And
and
just
Denzel Valentine are just two dudes.
And just
You
the
can't
thing,
mention their name to me.
That man with
Just
number
don't
two.
prefer it. That's all.
he was a number
Oh,
2 pick.
that man
He was a
with
number
number
2 pick
two.
of the draft, man. Number 2 pick of the draft.
Number 2.
Man,
He was the
I'm
number
just,
2 pick of a solid draft.
A
too.
solid
That's-
draft.
That's Wall and Boogie and all them cats.
2010 draft.
I mean, it's not his
all I
fault.
can-
What?
Yeah, all I can remember him doing in college was hitting a half-court shot to beat Wisconsin at the buzzer.
That's
At
what
the-
made
at the
him
Big
go
Ten-
second.
At the Big Ten tournament.
That
Yeah.
man scored. That man
You
scored.
remember? You know
2,000
how?
He hit the Friday afternoon shot. I remember that.
You know how I talk about like certain players.
Look at Jerk, can he contain the
Yeah, I know. You know how I talk about certain players just get used too much to the point where they just use their way into some stats. That was Evan Turner at Ohio State.
That's
He
it.
has the ball like 90% of the time at Ohio State.
Yeah, he did.
You don't stumble across 20, 10, and 5 if you're gonna have the ball the whole game.
It's quite a few. It's quite a few Big Ten players that's like that though.
whew.
Hey, the Pistons is a little busy too now.
Yeah.
They real busy.
Mm.
You look busy.
Yep, they got one more thing moving on the horizon right here, so we may see the Pistons sneak back into the end of the first round. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen at home. These folks is crazy. I get all the inside jokes because we all feel old as hell some days, and it just be funny. But I just want y'all to know that these are some of the funniest folks I've ever been around. I don't understand what's wrong with them.
Oh, MJ.
I just want you to be happy to play ball.
33%.
Hold on. Artie, talk to me. What's the say, Artie?
I said his usage was 33%. His turnover percentage was 20%.
See?
Hey, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Can I give y'all just one thing before I let my guy go?
Go.
Evan Turner's turnovers wasn't even against good defense. Some majority of them turnovers was just him doing too much.
Right.
Yeah, he Evan Turner loved him an unnecessary spin move in the lane. He liked that. He was a fan of that.
No,
he used to blow me.
He was a fan of that.
Evan Turner is the dude that
Pause.
used to really be athletic, but now he's slow and he's going against other athletic people. So he keep going back to that damn spit move. But he won't pass the ball until he get exactly what he wants, because you can't take it from him because he just dribble like this all the time. So you still can't take it. And it's just really annoying to play with him. And if you breathe on him, it's a foul too.
Hey,
That's Evan Turner. Like, it's like, man, just pass the ball.
the
Man.
fact that he is still in the league is amazing.
We got the,
Y'all are
the
crazy.
Raptors pick is in.
Yes, sir. Sorry, bro.
Right. No, you good. They taking Malachi Flynn.
Yeah.
And just a quick update before you react to that. It's a future protected first to New Orleans from the Nuggets for that RJ Hampton pick.
Even better.
Mhm.
Ain't bad. Yeah.
Malachi
Even
to
better.
Toronto.
RJ Hampton in Toronto. Malachi is in New Orleans.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey,
hey,
New Orleans is not playing with Lonzo right now. Lonzo,
Hey.
I need you on that free throw line right now. I need you because before you get traded.
MJ,
They are
why
not
you-
playing with
why
you.
why you BSing? You're right.
I'm dead serious.
They bringing in. Hey, I got Mo and I got Jerm will get this because they the football guy. They keep bringing in Teddy Bridgewater for Lonzo. We're gonna keep bringing in the guy that might be able to take your job
That's
until
it.
you start.
That's it.
until you start,
That's
acting right.
That's it.
Wait, did we hear Mo wrong? Because I think he is going to the Raptors, right?
No.
No, that's
RJ Hampton's
basically
going to the Raptors.
So who's going to the Raptors?
Malachi's going to New Orleans.
Okay.
RJ Hampton going to the Raptors.
The Raptors.
That's cool.
And RJ Hampton, for those of y'all don't know, was a high school sensation that
That went
decided to
overseas.
also go to Australia route, but it wasn't as hyped as it was when Melo did it, obviously. So he can definitely
No.
turn into something.
RJ Hampton's going to Denver.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I
so,
thought.
Who's Toronto going to?
So Toronto's
Malachi.
taking Malachi, and the Nuggets have just sent a future protected first round pick
Oh,
because of that RJ trade. That was the two.
Okay, it
updates.
was two different ones. You confused me.
Yes, that's my
Yes,
fault.
Toronto getting Malachi.
I've been
that'd be
confused for the last 45 minutes with NBA Twitter.
welcome. Welcome to our life.
Hey, Mo is like these NBA late round trades is some bull.
Man,
Baby,
I'm not
lit.
used to this. I'm not used to this.
Lit.
And normally you
Mo.
just trade. And in our world, Mo, normally you just trade players.
They
And trade
trading
picks. They trading
protection
consideration.
and cash
Consi-
and consideration.
Hey,
You get
these folks
traded.
trading consideration. I'm gonna consider him to play
Yeah.
the point guard for my team. Hey man, get that.
Nah.
The
Hey,
Knicks are
so
trading
Fred-
Sony
Fred-
products. I
You
mean,
get traded. You get traded in this league for $1,000 gift card, Chief. That's
Man,
just how
what?
it works.
Hey Mo,
PS5s.
welcome to NBA draft night.
Man, I'm
Trade
sweating
deal.
over here. I ain't
Hey,
even
it's-
doing.
it's-
I'm sweating.
It's gonna be more cash and gift cards going around with Black Friday coming too.
There
So
you go.
man,
Yeah.
what?
Oh,
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if they
wow.
trade somebody for a shooting machine. But Malachi
MJ.
Flynn to Toronto.
Hey,
I like it a lot.
Hey,
MJ.
Hey, that means Fred Van Fleet, get your passport ready. You and your son and your baby mama, y'all about to get paid
Oh,
something
we got
ridiculous.
some. We got some coming.
But where?
Boston
Where does
is
Van
moving.
Fleet go?
My bad, MJ.
But-
Boston is moving the 30th pick to
Of course.
Memphis.
mm.
Desmond Bain would be a nice pick.
So
right
Memphis getting the 30th pick.
Yes, Memphis is now picking that 30th.
Where you get in the
Desmond
game,
Bain-
Memphis?
Okay.
man,
Desmond Bain would be nice right
They've
here.
done credit to this front office that's here, man. They ain't done nothing but the right stuff.
They
You know,
need-
Let's see,
in the
who else
short
is
time
left?
that
Let me
they've been
think.
there.
They need a 3, and they need
Hey,
And they
we
need-
should have been. We should have been hollering at y'all for one of them wings, y'all.
man.
goddamn-
You know
y'all gotta
what?
pick
We
a
show.
piece.
You know what? We are not gonna take number 24. We're not taking Dylan Brooks.
Bain would be decent right here. Tyrell
Yep,
Terry
that's who
would be
the
decent right
target
here.
is. That's looking like who they're gonna take is Bane.
Bain and
Real
shooter.
quick.
That's decent.
TCU,
so
right?
Yeah.
Here's what before we go there, because we're getting ready to wrap up as we know. Lawrence Cleveland, shouts out to him. He's still with us. Hey man, he asked a really, really good question, and I want to get
Okay.
everybody around. He said, what was the last draft to have 1 and 2 both live up to the hype?
Lawrence,
That's
Good question.
that's a sensational question, by the way.
that's a great question. Lawrence, I'm gonna tell you what.
Define your height.
Yeah.
Somebody
Define your
pull
height.
draft really, really quick before we sign off.
For
1996.
Yeah, can be an AI. That's a good one. I would say Mark McGuire and Z back in '81. won a championship together. They both were perennial all-stars. So
How much time, like in terms of like a time frame, how much time do you mean in terms of hype though? Because like
this is
how far do we have to go back to
Well,
figure
let's-
this one out?
Let's do this.
All-star. He said all-star.
All-star?
Okay,
Well,
two all-stars. Let's go with that as the baseline.
Zeke and Mark McGwire, 1 and 2.
I think all-star is a bit much because if you pick number 2 overall, I think there's a consensus that you should be a good.
Number 2 has been routinely bad for a while.
This is true.
Except for KD. And then he was with Odin. And Odin body felt.
Who was Beasley number 2 in 08?
Yep.
okay,
Derek,
because I was gonna say
Derek Williams was number 2 in the Kyrie draft.
09
going-
was Blake and Thabit.
To beat
Oh,
Blake,
man.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
he slawed out. Ooh.
If
We
we're
just
going,
talked
if we're
about
going
10
just
with John
all-stars,
Wall and Evan Turner.
if we're
Uh-huh.
going
go back.
all-stars, we
We
got
gotta go back. We
16
gotta
and
go back
15.
40 years, guys.
I'm trying not to go back. Damn.
We gotta go
If we're
back
talking
40.
about all-stars, 16 and 15, if we're talking all-stars. I mean,
Who?
I don't think Simmons has lived up to the hype that they had before, but if we're just talking all-stars, Simmons and Ingram, and then
There you go.
Jaylen Brown was the number
That's
3
fair.
there too.
That's fair.
Jaylen Brown was the number 3, and then
That's a
15,
lit
you got-
draft.
15,
Yeah,
you have
16
two
was a good
dudes,
draft.
two dudes playing on the
2012 was
same team.
Davis and Kid Gilchrist.
Towns and Russell, Carl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell
Yeah.
in 15.
They did it.
That's close. That's
I got
Put
one
that
question for
15.
y'all.
And I still wouldn't put them over Zeke and Mark McGwire.
I got one
Because
question for
Mark
y'all.
McGwire was a dog.
Right. What up?
Reggie Bullock or Shannon Brown?
See, now you acting up.
Now you gotta mute yourself, guys.
Hey,
You
y'all.
tripping.
this draft is gonna be exactly 3 hours. About what we said.
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, the last pick just happened, right?
Yeah, we done.
Last
No,
pick
we made it.
Yeah. No, the last pick had just happened with Desmond Bain about
With
30
Desmond
seconds ago or
Bain.
so.
That's
Yep.
decent.
That was done,
I like
right.
it.
Memphis
like
got
it. That's
Desmond
decent.
Bain.
I like it. That's decent.
So with that being said, let's
Hey,
go around the horn and give the last woo-ha from the chief.
My thoughts are this. Assuming everyone, especially in the top half of the draft, stays where they are. I just really don't like what the Knicks did. And I think this is I just really don't like that fit. Love the player. I hate the fit. That's my thumbs down thought. My good thought is that some of your Pistons and Timberwolves actually doing things. They might seem minor to the public, but they're doing things to shake up those rosters and to really make moves. So not necessarily for the big picks, but I like what Minnesota and Detroit both did tonight. Being active, being creative with your move. And thumbs down to the Knicks for that fit of Obi. That's my thoughts.
Already get in there.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. A lot of stuff that didn't make sense. That's probably the headline from this draft. But a thing that did make sense, and to be honest, I think was the best in terms of me, just from a basketball standpoint. The best part of the draft was what Miami did, and I think Miami so far, just based on like if they can keep a lot of the things the same, they added a piece that probably could have taken them to 7 with LA. I mean, this is something that they added here that I just think we're talking about the Bucks making trades, and we're talking about Brooklyn coming up, and maybe they can get James Harden. And Brooklyn is a great team without James, but Miami, just from 1 through I don't know how many people,
Gang.
they to me are still the team to beat in the East. They are the team to beat in the East, and you got to take it from them. So I like what Miami did tonight.
Mm-hmm. That's what happened till 7 step on that court. Then everything go, and when it all falls down. Go ahead, Trav. I'm sorry.
Man, I really enjoyed this night with the good, the bad, and the ugly of these picks. I'm really looking forward to waking up to my phone being buzzed open tomorrow and really Friday. Cause that's when the shakedown really gonna shake down. So overall, I enjoyed every bit of this night. I enjoyed everybody who participated. I enjoyed all the people's comments and everything. So I enjoyed tonight, but I'm really looking forward to tomorrow and Friday. So, Ham, talk to the people, man. Closing thoughts.
The best part of it for me, man, was like they got to really get into the lab. The people from the outside, they got to really get into the lab with us and see how we really like chop it up. And we weren't quite as unfiltered as we could be. You know, we all know that. But as far as pick wise, I'm rolling with Artie. What Miami did was probably the most impressive. I'm still a little miffed and shocked about people pick the B team dude, man.
It's always one, Ham. It's always one.
It is 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, 9.8 times out of 10. The one is gonna be the Knicks. It's just, man, it's just about as sure as Chef gonna have the gourmet coffee in the mug. We gotta get Chef a personalized mug because he's just that player about it. But at that same trip, man, it's like, the lottery teams are going lottery. Those that know how to do it, they're going to continue to show that they know how to do it. And we'll be right back for the same repeated cycle again next year. It's like a bad mental health exercise for some. Mm-hmm. So others, it's quite the experience, and we got a lot to look forward to. Germ, you said it best. December 21st, 2nd, 3rd, Christmas Day, all the rest of the way through. Let me sign up too.
Hey man, just to make sure we understand, I'm gonna be honest. I like what Minnesota did today. They didn't overthink the first pick. That's the most important part to me. Take the best player at the best position and stop moving around. Let's stop trying to count the chickens, and let's just get to playing ball. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day for them. Also, of course, I gotta give shouts out to the Orlando Magic. You got my guy Cole Anthony. Yeah. I'm looking forward to this. Sign me up. Hey, Vince. Hey, Vince McMahon. Shouts out to you and your Thunderdome. Hey, but y'all got to pack up. It's time to go. It's about time to go.
We can keep Thunderdome. We'll go over to Davies' place with AEW. They're a little bit more friendly.
Yeah, but it's about that time to go. You know what I'm saying? December 5th. Got to get out of there. But with that being said, and then of course I don't want to bag the Knicks anymore. Because it is what it is with them. They just get the same type of players every year. Every year, it seems like they got 5 players to do the same thing or something similar. It just is what it is. But whatever. And most importantly, I want to just say, man, this was a great night overall. I think everybody had fun. The most fun that I had here, honestly, was just hearing all the inside jokes. It was just incredible. If y'all knew half the stuff we was talking about, y'all would be like, these dudes are retarded. So I just want y'all to know this was a great night for me. And we're gonna get into the PG of the night. The guy who spearheaded the draft talk this year, Mr. M dropped the J because the fadeaway. It was
before MJ goes. Tyrell Terry just got drafted.
I saw you react. I looked back at my TV. I was like,
that we go to
Dallas Mavericks.
I like it.
That's a fit.
You catch and shoot while Luka dribbled 12 times.
Bingo.
Hey, y'all gonna start recognizing that Luka and James Harden are the same dude. Y'all just ain't tired of Luka yet. Y'all gonna learn though. All right, so since he swung it to me, that was a good segue. Thank you, Trav. The teams that lost, I'll go over them first. The teams that lost to me, and when I say lost, it don't mean I don't think they got a good player. I just don't. I think you have to do more now to be able to let that player develop, or that player is just going to pretty much just sit on your bench and rot because it's already places that's been taken up. That team being the Atlanta Hawks, the Chicago Bulls, and the New York Knicks. Atlanta Hawks, I know you wanted to get a BPA, but you're stuck with Clint Capella's contract. You got to make a decision on John Collins. I just don't see where the young bull fits in, unless he's just going to be a 15-minute energy guy, and that's a steep price to pay at a 6th-round pick. The Bulls, again, you got about 3 wings that offensively is already just as good or better than Patrick Williams. You're literally picking the hope that he turns into something. And I do hope he turns into something. He does have had a great coach in Florida State to be able to groom him so he could turn into something. But usually Florida State players end up being role players because they're so disciplined. So you got to look into that as well. I wish Obi Toppin the best. I just don't see how, it's going to figure it out. But we'll move from there. Everybody already mentioned Minnesota.
Did you get here?
Everybody mentioned Minnesota for the good one, so I won't say them. I'll say all of the playoff teams, with the exception of Boston, did a great job. And I also want to shout out the Main City Red Claws. I think they won too. So,
Hey,
Shout out,
fellas, listen, I'm gonna just say this: a 3-hour show, no commercial breaks. That is, I don't think people understand quite how hard that is. The mental stamina you gotta have to get through it. This was my first NBA draft that I actually sat down and watched for 3 hours, and it happened to just be y'all that I watched, not ESPN. But NBA Twitter is truly a wild place to be.
This is what I hope this night did for Mo. Mo, you have now been introduced to the world of NBA Twitter for the first time.
Bruh.
NBA Twitter is a whole different thing.
The whole
is.
different thing.
It's petty, it's intelligent, it's mean, it's cruel, it's funny, it's
the world.
Yeah. But the thing was, all these trades, because the website that I was looking at, Bleacher Report and ESPN, and I even had to pull up Sports Illustrated, and none of them were updating in time. So that's why there was confusion over the course of the show. But good Lord, man.
you did a great Mo.
You knocked it out.
Salute to you, man.
You knocked it out, man.
Surrounded by greatness, you're gonna rise to the occasion. That's all it is.
hey, that's a bar.
It was a bar. Hey, so if you're still in the comments with us, remember, follow us on IG, THE.SCEN. That's the IG. If you're on Twitter, SCEN_THE, scene_the on Twitter. If you're on the YouTube, you should be subscribed already. Your notifications should be
Hit the
on.
like.
Hit the like, all that good stuff, man.
Turn your notifications alert on too.
Turn your notifications on. We actually are back at this on Friday afternoon because the grind don't stop. College basketball preview with our main man G Money Jones. That's also NBA free agency opening day. As Trav has said, this is probably going to be a fool on Friday.
And we got the views from the 22 Thursday night show tomorrow.
So listen, we got Arizona, Seattle, and then we got who's Oakland, KC, and then Tampa Bay, LA. Those are the 3 primetime games.
Yeah.
And there's some real good games.
Real quick, Mo, before anything. Seth Curry to 76ers.
Oh.
We want all the shooting.
Well,
and then the Knicks.
Okay. Now that I like the 76ers.
I ain't mad at that.
And Dallas pick makes it even more. Now it makes more sense to get Terry. I think they figure, since we got Terry, we can get rid of Seth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Another trade happened is Josh Richardson. Philadelphia is finalizing a trade of Josh Richardson to the Mavericks.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the whole reason. They got shooting. The Sixers got better.
The Seth in the number 36 for Josh.
NBA Twitter, man, they don't sleep 24/7.
Hey, man. I like that move, 76ers. I like that move.
Now the Mavericks are starting to have all the guards to do the same thing. Go figure. My God.
League, we told y'all, we said this league of ours is never a dull movie.
If you could just combine the Knicks and the Mavericks, that'd be a great team.
Yeah. Lawrence Cleveland, we got you. Just keep a lookout on the. We will post the links again. We
Yes.
usually post them every day, but keep a
Yeah,
lookout.
we're gonna definitely get y'all.
We got
in the links.
one pick. We got one pick with all the links on it. I'm gonna
Right.
throw that one to you.
with the hyperlink. Only thing you gotta do
Right.
is hit subscribe. I
Right.
think Big Shot to put it up about 5 times today.
Oh yeah, because as we say inside the boardroom, this is no longer a hobby.
Nope.
So y'all might see us doing a little bit more on the marketing side. Just be forewarned, we're not apologizing.
Hey,
We finna
not
get
a
on y'all
businessman.
nerves.
We are a business man.
We finna get on y'all nerves because
Yes.
y'all gonna see us.
Yes.
Straight up.
Yes. All right, I think that about wraps up the show, fellas. The Scene, great show. Round of applause to everybody. Like Big Shot said, don't forget to subscribe. Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, we got shows. We may even throw something in on Saturday. We will catch y'all later.
Peace.